Welcome to the Dice Tower Spring Spectacular, featuring top 10s, live plays, contests, and more.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the 2021 Dice Tower Spring Spectacular. I am Mike DeLisio.
I'm Chris Yee.
I'm Jenny St. Arnold.
And today we've got actually a whole bunch of games we're going to be playing, but we're going to be starting off with one of the newest in the Dice Tower Essentials line. This is Four Gardens, and you can see that it has some lovely table presence, can't you? Right off the bat, we've got this beautiful pagoda construct in the middle. And so what we are trying to do is we are trying to create beautiful panoramic landscapes in front of us. That's what we're doing, yes? Panoramic landscapes. Who doesn't want to do that? I think we all do.
I don't want to, Mike.
I can't see!
No, you
All
see
right.
nothing.
So, we all start the game with 5 landscape cards. Well, actually, they're 2-sided cards, and I'm going to show you kind of both sides of the card, all right? And on our turn, what we're going to be doing is 3 actions. Taking 3 actions, we can take the same action as many times as we want, all right? And I'm going to make sure that I remind myself. One of the things we can do is we can lay groundwork. And so lay groundwork basically means putting one of these cards out on the groundwork side. And so let me show you an example, all right? Give me 1 second here. We'll be bringing up the card screen. Here we go. So this is the back side of these cards. They're all double-sided, okay? On one side you've got a landscape. The other side you've got this groundwork card. Okay, so when you play these out in front of you, it's going to tell you a couple of different things. It's going to tell you this color and the number of cards in that panorama. Okay, so in this case, the blue panorama has 5 cards, and this is the 4th of those 5 cards. You see that little dot there? All right. So this is number 4 in a row of 5 cards. And so when you play this card out in front of you, you would simply put it in front of you, and now you've basically started your blue panorama. You don't have to start with the first card. They don't have to go in order. They'll eventually will go in order, but you can start with any card. You can play them in any order you want. Okay. The one thing you need to know, 2 things you need to know, is that once you've put out a particular card in a panorama, you can't put out another one. So you can't put out another blue 4, right? You also couldn't start another blue panorama, all right? You can only have one of each type of panorama. So one of the things you can do is just take one of the cards in your hand and simply play it down in front of you. You've started that, okay? The next thing you can do is you can collect resources, which you're going to need to take these cards and flip them over to their panorama side, right? And so we've got our 4 resources here. We've got stone and grass and wood and water there, all right? So this particular card, as you can see, you'd need two wood, a stone, and a water to be able to flip it over on its panorama side, all right? So to collect resources, what you're going to do is every action you take is going to be involving playing a card, right? So to do this one, you simply put it down. To collect resources, you have to play a card that shows these pagoda symbols here. So what this one is telling you is that in whatever orientation is facing you, so all of these are facing, like this is my side of the pagoda, that is Jenny's side, which you can't see. Actually, maybe I should do this. That is my side of the pagoda facing me, Jenny's has one facing her, and Chris has one facing him. If I were to play this card, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate 90 degrees the 3rd level of the pagoda, okay, and it's going to rotate everything above it, so you'd have to hold the bottom. There you go. And then this is saying from the top down.
Take the card off to show the rotating
Yes,
pagoda.
there we go.
So the whole contract will just
Yeah,
move.
that's so cool.
Yes, okay. So then it says from top down here. Sometimes it'll say from bottom up. And so what I would do is starting from the top, in my case, it would be 3 stone and 1 water, because right now, we only have 4 spots to begin with in our little collection zone here, okay? So I would have to collect those 3 stone and a water. I couldn't get the 2 wood because I don't have room for them, all right? So when you want to collect resources, you play a card. It's going to tell you which one you rotate and whether you're collecting from the bottom or from the top down, okay? So that's the way you get your resources, and we'll reorient that because that actually has to start in a particular orientation.
And it was this way?
Well, I would know because it goes 3, 2, 1, 0. So we have to make it so the water is at 2, there, 1, and 0. Now we're good. Okay. All right, so that's how you collect resources, all right? There are some cards, like this one, that will allow you to take a wild resource of any type. All right, so you just discard that card and you get any one of these resources and you can place it onto your board or on an active card that you have a groundwork card out there, okay? So this just allows you to take a wild. Every card, as you might notice, has this wheelbarrow, okay? That wheelbarrow symbol is reallocating resources, and that is how you can, the only way you'll ever be able to get rid of resources that are in here is to reallocate them. Reallocating them means that basically you can take them and you can put them onto groundwork cards into your garden, or you can move it from one groundwork card to another. You can basically move your resources around. All right, so that's the only way you'll ever get them off of here, other than if you're, you know, I think that's the only way, actually. That's the only way we're going to get them from here onto your cards. Okay? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And when you move them from one card to another or from your hold onto a card, does it have to match? Can I put water on here just to clear it out of my thing?
No.
All right.
That's a very Chris Yee thing to ask, Chris.
Frankly,
Frankly,
I strive for very Chris Yee.
I don't want to say I'm disappointed,
brand.
but I'm
On
slightly
brand.
disappointed.
You're rather appointed, I think.
Okay. So, obviously we are trying to build our panoramas, okay? So like, I have this card here, which is only a 2-card panorama. When you complete a panorama, so this was the second one. Let's say I had already completed the first red panorama. I'm able to flip this card over, and I completed this panorama. So what I'll do is I'm going to move up the track of the corresponding color there. Okay, we have 4 different colored tracks. These are the God tracks, as they're known. And you move forward on the track once you have done that, okay? If you get to the end of a track, I want to make sure that I get this correct. Yes, if you, if you're at the rightmost part, what you can do is move everybody else's cube to the left. You see we all start on 3. There is a 2 there, but if you're moved off the track, you cannot score that color.
Whoa.
All right, so you can potentially knock somebody out of scoring in one of those 4 colors. Some of these have a wild, which means that you could choose any of them to go up, okay? All right, and once you've also completed a panorama, in addition to moving along the track, you can collect one of these bonus tiles. All right, the bonus tiles are pretty simple. This bonus tile basically just now allows you to have 5 resources. Okay, that's super nice. These are points, and they go in descending order: 4, 3, 2, and 2. No, 2 and 1. Sorry. And these allow you to just get resources and immediately put them onto cards. 4, 3, 2, and 2, I think. Yes. All right. That is that. After you've taken your 3 action, you replenish to 5 cards by drawing one at a time from either the top of the deck or from this market here. When you draw from the market, you don't refill. You'll refill at the end of your turn. Okay. So you're basically gonna be choosing. You don't get to pick one, refill. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Okay. That's at the end of your turn. Once you've drawn all your cards, that's it. And then game is going to end, since it's a 3-player game, after 9 completed landscape cards.
9 completed cards. So if you go
9 completed landscape cards.
So a 5-card panorama is half the game.
Half the
Yep.
game. Mm-hmm.
And you can only have 3 face up at a time.
Thank you. Yes, you can only have 3 of your. Yes, you can only be going towards 3 panoramas at one time. Constructions. Yeah. All right.
Which is this side up.
Correct.
In
Yes.
progress
Yeah, but
side.
you would never have another green anyway, so you would probably have, potentially 3 different colored panoramas you're going for at any given time, okay? Color-wise, it's just based off of the board here, so I'm the black cubes, you're the white cubes, and you are the yellow cubes.
Yellow.
All right?
Okay.
Did I miss anything here? Oh, one other thing is that when you complete a landscape card, you gain the rewards of the previously completed landscape cards in that set. So they can like if you complete a 5-card set, you're not only getting the reward for that card, you're getting reward for every other card in that panorama.
Woo.
All right, so it moves you up
Neato.
a number of these, right? Okay. I think that is
very cool.
the basics here. I don't believe that I've missed anything else. Yes. If any score markers on the most space, yep, it's off. Okay. Let's figure out who's going first, shall we?
Okay.
Roll them bones.
Come on,
Mike.
white.
Well, that didn't work.
Well. Come on,
Come
white.
on, not me.
Yellow!
Yellow. Look at
There you go,
that.
Chris. Fantastic. So you get 3 actions, and again, they can be different actions. They can be the same action.
Man. Don't mess up my plans now.
I will do what I would like.
Messing up all the plans. We're messing up the plans.
Messing up all the plans.
While Chris is thinking,
So I take 3 actions in a row.
you take 3 actions in a row, yes. And again, they can be the same actions, different actions. Yes. All right.
So I'm going to prepare this one here.
'Kay.
Right? And so I'm going just this section right here. This
That's
is what I
what's
wanna
going to
build.
complete that card, yes.
Okay. Second action, I can rotate the if
Top.
I'm reading this
You
top
rotate the
portion
top
of it,
one.
Yep.
Either
And
direction.
So counterclockwise or clockwise, one spot.
Yes, I believe. Let me double check if it tells you. Rotate the floor indicated on the card, and with it all floors above as well. Yes, it just says it must be rotated by exactly 90 degrees in the same direction.
90 degrees. Okay. So this action, I'm going to go ahead and rotate. Ooh, I'm going to showcase what my side of the board looks like.
Oh,
here.
okay.
So I'm going to rotate this clockwise.
And you're
I'm
collecting
taking
from
resources from the top down.
Right.
So that is, can see, yeah, 2
2 stone and 2 grass.
2 grass. Woo! I'm just wrecking things. So 2 stone and 2 grass are going to go here.
Correct.
Could you hand me the 2 grass?
If I must, Chris.
I don't.
And I got these nice little spots for them. And then my third action is
Now that gets discarded. We'll
This gets
create
discarded.
a discard pile. Yeah.
And in my third action, I have to spend any one of these cards to do the wheelbarrow or to
Correct.
distribute. Okay. This is okay. So since I know that this is also a second,
That would be a good card to
green
play
card,
for that.
I can't put 2 second position green cards in the panorama, so I discard that. And I'm going to allocate out 2 grass.
The
and
resources go back to the supply, and the active groundwork card is flipped over and becomes a completed landscape card. As a reward, advance your score marker 1 space on the God's track corresponding to the God symbol shown in the top left of the newly completed card.
Was on board.
And then if there were others, you would gain the rewards for the previous ones as well. All right? And now you're going to draw back up to 5 cards, sir,
Okay, and now you said this doesn't refill so
until
is
the
it-
end of your turn.
So I can draw all 3 from there, or from the top of the deck.
Correct.
All right.
Or a combination thereof.
I'm going to take red boy here, and then 2 from the top. Like you
All
didn't
right.
have a stop.
And then we will refill. Thank you, Jenny. All right. Well, I'm not particularly loving what you did there, Chris.
No,
you're
me
loving
neither, in fact.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, not loving it.
Not loving it.
All right, so I think what I'm going to do is I will place this card as a groundwork card because I need to lay the groundwork
Yes, you
to
do.
wreck shop, Chris and Jenny.
No, just Chris.
Just Chris.
So this is my side here. I would love to. I don't have exactly the. Christophe. All right, I'm gonna
Recall many
play.
things in my life. That's seldom one of them.
I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna be doing the second level of the pagoda, and I'm gonna be going from the bottom up. So I think what I'm gonna do is do this. That means I'm gonna be collecting 2 wood, a water, and a grass.
Because this is Mike's side here.
Correct.
2 wood, water, and a grass.
So if you can get me a water, I would be much appreciated. And if you can throw that on the discard pile.
You got it.
All right, well, seems to me that it behooves me to go ahead and discard this for my reallocation,
You say.
put on the wood and the grass, and then we can flip this card over and I move up 1 on purple. and I am white on purple. All right.
Well,
And then I need to draw back up to 5. So let's go.
I think you're the black cubes, Mike.
I am the black cubes,
you are
Chris.
the black cubes.
Who did I tried to give Jenny extra points? I'm gonna
You
go
can do that if you want. I
1.
mean,
Wow, we've got a lot.
I'm fine with that.
And I need. Let's go. Ah!
Oh my gosh.
That was
Okay,
not
we're gonna
smart.
separate
Make it a
this from the
mess.
cards a little bit.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
No one's lost spaces yet, so at least we know.
Yeah, we only had 2 people go up, so but you have a good point.
All right.
All right.
All right, so I will start by playing this card to construct, hopefully.
Going for the big blue
Yeah, I figure
panorama.
might as well, right? All right, then I think I'm going to, let's see, also play this.
Oh wow.
This will go on this side.
Okay, going ahead and putting out 2.
Yeah.
Laying out some groundwork.
I'm going bold here, Cotton. All right. So now I will play this.
Are we doing some resource
Yes.
gathering?
So I can rotate
The third
the
one.
third one. So I think I'm gonna go this way.
Okay, so now you got a lot of water coming your way.
Yes. Well, I have to start with stone.
Oh, you're
Then
you're
grass,
top
it's
down.
top
That's
down.
right.
Down, yeah.
Yeah.
And 2
then
water.
2 water. And then that is all I got for my turn. If you want to describe.
But you will draw back up.
I will. Okay, what do I want to grab here? Let's see. Well, that
See what's
one looks
interesting?
nice.
I keep looking at this lineup, thinking, oh,
That one
yeah.
looks
But a lot of cards are going to get drawn before
Yes.
I go up.
Yeah. All right. Oh, one more. Sorry.
Refill it.
Refill.
Refill.
Let me get a refill.
Oh, that's
Can I
bad.
get
What's up
a
on top?
refill? Why did I get no?
This is a good day.
No, Chris.
No, is it?
This is a good
Whatever
day
you're
for
about
all
to do
I
is
don't like the
against
sound
the
of that.
rules. I have decreed it.
So I can lay this foundation. Is that what you called it?
Yeah, well, groundwork, I think it's called.
Groundwork.
Foundation.
And then I want to
I sit
discard
on it.
probably this one. Oh, do I want to do that? Yeah, that's going to be good enough.
Don't know, Chris.
Good enough
I don't
party.
know.
All right. So this is going to allow me to rotate the
That.
second one down.
Yes.
I'm going to face my side towards the camera. You can see my side doesn't have a lot of good resources showing.
No, it's not.
But if I rotate things this way,
You're going from the bottom up now.
I'll go from the bottom up. So that's
2 waters, a grass, and a stone.
Yes.
2 waters and a grass.
Because you don't have room because your stone is filling up your your 4th
Yeah,
spot.
so I've already got this one filling up that spot. But that's enough.
It's more than enough, Chris. I think you're being
I
greedy,
think
actually.
that's plenty.
Wait, no, I misjudged.
Oh no.
All right, this is less good of a turn than I thought. But that's okay because I'll just discard this card to allocate out 1 stone. I thought that was going to be good enough. But beggars can't be choosers. I definitely want this top card because that's going to help my panorama a lot, and it's a wild.
Yeah,
Wild.
wild is good.
That's a wild.
I want a top-down card, so I'm going to grab this one,
Nice.
and then I would like another top-down card, I think. So I'm
Well,
gonna
there you
grab this
go.
All right. We refill. All right. Well, Chris, I think what I'm going to do is lay down a little bit of groundwork, looking like this one right, chow.
one. Sounds like you're going to lay down
Okay.
the law.
Laying down some
I
groundwork.
like it.
All right, and I need, looks like
This
I need
is
stone.
beautiful.
Isn't it gorgeous?
I love that.
I need stone, so I want to go from the top down.
Yeah, that's what I planned poorly on my turn, unfortunately.
Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this card. This card to rotate the second one. I want stone, but I don't want more stone. Well, it's not going to matter. I'm going to go like this because I'm going top down. I take 2 stone. That's all I've got room for. All right. And then that gets discarded. And then I will likely reallocate because it seems like that's the thing to do.
Well,
so
usually
I'll discard
when-
that to reallocate. I'm going to put this here, and this here. And
What?
therefore, I'm going to have this one, which
Two.
is going to be a blue and a purple that I move up.
Oh, man.
So I'm black.
You're black.
So I go purple and I go
Yeah.
blue.
I don't like the looks of this.
And then I'm going to draw back up to 5. Let's go Juan, a 2, and a 3. And then this will go right here.
All right.
Making sure I'm not cheating at this point. I don't think I
I don't
am.
think so. Alrighty,
Yes.
I'm going to play this card to rotate the top
Ah,
section here.
okay.
What are you gonna
And
do? Don't
it
break my
doesn't
heart.
matter because I'm going bottom to top. So
Don't go breaking my... Well, you
what
can
do
mess
I
up Chris,
need?
though.
I know. Well, also I'm trying to see.
The thing is, he only has room for 1.
know.
It's not going to much matter, I don't think, for him. I think he'll probably reallocate.
mean, I could do
Oh, no,
0.
you can't reallocate first.
I could do. That's 3. No, I think I'm gonna go the other way. My bad. There we go. Okay, then I go from the. Oh wait,
Were you looking to go top down?
I need a wheelbarrow first.
Oh, you could play a different card with
Okay.
your wheelbarrow first.
Okay,
I don't
yeah,
care.
let me wheelbarrow first. With
We don't care,
this,
Chris, right?
So you can,
we're, this is such a lovely, sedate game.
Such
we don't
a-
mind if
yeah.
Jenny blatantly cheats, correct?
yeah, you know, cheating is just fine as long as it's still your turn.
Correct.
Okay,
All right.
there we go. Now I'm going to collect a wood
Yep.
and then 3 water. Thank you.
You are abundant in water.
I'm just so hydrated.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Then,
So that was 2 of your 3, correct?
correct.
Wheelbarrow and
that
then
can go in the
resource
discard.
collection.
And then I will play, since I'm going to be able to complete one of those cards, I'm going to go ahead and put out my 3rd construction.
Wow. If she
I'm
gets
just-
that blue,
I'm just-
if she gets that blue done, Chris,
I'm just doing it. All right.
it could
and
be
then let me
curses
grab
for us.
off the top here. Uno, dos, and
Tres.
done.
The order in which I do all of this
Yes.
is
Crucial.
yes.
Paramount.
Don't you dare mess up whatever you do.
Importante. Muy importante.
Don't mess up the order.
Okay.
Ba, ba, da, ba.
Lay out a groundwork.
Yes, you've laid out a groundwork.
I'm going to grab cards by rotating the second one of these and going down,
Okay, okay,
which functionally just gives me 1 stone.
okay.
That's all I've got the room for.
All you got the room for.
And now, this is
Was
too
that
bad.
a discard right there? Or was that a discard? I'm assuming it's a
Yeah,
discard.
it was discarded at
Yeah,
one
yeah.
point. Ooh.
Collect again, Chris. If you, oh no, you can't. You have no room.
I know. I have to start distributing them
Mm-hmm.
out. So, what is the top card here?
It's an orange.
It is an orange 3.
Orange 3. That's not what I want.
Orange 3.
I'll discard. I had the 2, one of the
Oh.
2 red, but I also have this 1 green.
Man, yeah. It stinks to have to get rid of that wild card.
Man.
All right.
All right, so I can now distribute
Resources.
which I'm going to put out 2 waters here.
Right.
And then I'm going to go ahead and put a stone out here.
Ah.
Ergo.
Thereby,
Everybody.
there go.
Hereby. Henceforth.
Oh,
with
so you're moving up 2 red.
Ergo.
2 red.
2 red for Yeller, man. You're moving way up there. He's going to bump us right off the
no,
red track,
no,
Jenny.
No,
We're
no,
off the red
we
track,
can't
Jenny.
let this happen.
All right.
This is an outrage.
Draw a card.
Thought you didn't want that card.
Oh, I could have spent the green one because there's another green one. But I want it. And
Okay.
I need bottom up resource grabbing now. So.
You are done, correct? Or no,
Yeah,
you
I'm
still
just
need another card.
drawing one last card. I actually got. Oh.
Dun, dun, dun,
All right.
dun.
Flippy, flippy.
Oh, sorry, I should have it.
That's okay, Chris. I will accept your insolence. Just this once. All right. I am going to first place this card yonder. Okay?
Yondu.
Yes.
He's the
That's-
guy from Guardians of the Galaxy.
He
right?
is
Cool
indeed.
guy.
He is indeed. Then
Mace Yondu.
Mace Yonder. Then I shall play
Macy.
this card. We haven't done this yet, to get a resource of my churse.
Your churse.
All right, and so
Churse
that I'll
wisely.
take a grass, and then I shall play a.
Sounds like he's setting up for a power move.
Oh,
Man,
he's
this
got a
is
blue-eyed
gonna
white
be.
dragon.
This is gonna
Make no
be
mistake, Chris. It's a power
something.
move. I'm going to be placing this wheelbarrow to reallocate these resources onto this card.
Wow.
Which is then going to complete this card. I don't know if you understand that. That completes this card.
This is groundbreaking.
Wheelbarrow! Boom. And then
don't know
this is
if
going to
anyone-
complete, and I'm going to get a yellow, which is going to be one right.
Man.
And then I draw up.
I don't know if anyone could hear Roy off camera. Wheelbarrow obliterate.
It's pretty good.
That was
One.
very good.
Gosh, I can't get the cards I want.
You
You
think
know,
this is a
I
sedate
just don't feel
gardening
bad at
theme?
all.
This is actually a transformer.
right.
Oh,
It's a
it's
Decepticon.
more than meets the eye.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, here we go, Jenny. What are you
I'm
doing?
gonna wheelbarrow.
Wheelbarrow.
doing it.
It's a
I'm
wheelbarrow.
gonna do it in the right order.
Oh man,
It's
Chris,
gonna be
this is gonna get ugly real
beautiful.
quick.
Oh.
It's gonna get
Okay.
ugly
No.
real quick. Real
So
quick.
I'm gonna
Oh, 'cause
do
you can
this.
go wild. Okay.
create this beautiful section of
Now,
my
what's
panorama.
cool about this, Jenny, is that you can pick whatever color you want now, and then when you
Yeah.
trigger again, you don't have to pick the same
Yeah.
color. You can pick what.
Oh, my
All right,
goodness.
now
Yeah.
I'm not on the board here, so maybe let's move up on red, just so that
Because he can potentially knock us
Chris
off.
doesn't.
Do his
get too
jerkiness,
far.
because
Okay.
that is something Chris would do.
So that was number one. Mm-hmm. Number two, I'm gonna grab whatever
Oh,
church,
wild resource.
whatever. I'm gonna take a wood, but you don't need to give it to me because I'm gonna put it right here
Oh my goodness,
and
that's
complete
outrageous.
this one.
Oh.
So now
We just got wheelbarrowed, Chris.
I'm gonna take.
Blue for sure, because you have to.
Yes, I will take blue, but first I think you know what? Hello, Chris.
Oh.
I'm gonna chase you, and then
Ooh.
I'm gonna hang out with Mike
Yeah,
on that
because
one.
at the end, I think we just get points, right, based on where we are at on those. Yes, adding up their points on the God's tracks, and as well as
Yes.
any additional points you can get from potentially bonus tiles.
I'll say
Okay,
first
so
you
it's
had a
1,
little,
2. Okay,
then you had a lot. She's still Jenny from the block.
That's right.
Wow, you've never heard that
That
before, have you,
is
Jenny? That's a
never.
new one? No.
This is the first.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Was
so
that
now.
was that a comic book or something?
Yeah.
I think it was, Chris.
Yeah, it was. It was one of those audio comics.
Surely you're out of actions at this point.
No, I have one more.
Oh, this is
Did
outrageous.
you discard a card for your last
I
relocation?
did. Yes, I did. Okay.
So yeah, because she has 3
So I
cards
have
left,
3
Chris.
left.
Wow.
So now I just need to figure out.
I think you were implying she was cheating again,
If
Chris.
I
and
want-
frankly, I don't appreciate the
you know,
implication.
it's not.
You're the one that blatantly said that she was cheating earlier.
Chris, let's not get caught up in the details, shall we? Let's
I guess
just
that's not implication.
Okay,
That's
I think I'm gonna go.
explicit. Yeah.
I'm gonna do this,
Okay.
which lets me rotate the second level.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go for this,
Oh my goodness, I've got a whole lot of nothing
which will
facing
give
me on that
me
pagoda.
3 grass.
I got the empty
Wait,
pagoda
it's
right in
top
front
down,
of my
yeah.
face.
So 3 grass, and then now I'm done.
She's finally, well, first you got to
That- I
draw your
think-
cards, Jenny. You're not exactly done.
Sorry. Okay. Not exactly done, but
You said it's 9 cards?
9
9.
cards.
So I have 2 done.
9 cards.
Mike, you have 3 done.
Correct.
Ooh, that
Jenny
one
has
looks
2
good,
done.
actually.
So I mean, we're
Third of the way through the game, Chris.
a third.
This is.
No, each play. As soon as a
Questionable.
player, I think.
Oh, a
has-
single player gets 9.
Yes.
Oh, I was worried that it was
No, no,
9.
no,
in
just-
Once
total.
any
Each
player
person.
completes a fixed number.
That's top down. Sorry, let's see.
We're done, Chris. I win.
Okay,
Sorry.
I need a top down, so let's grab this one.
I was worried how I was going to accomplish anything.
Well, you
And
can still worry about
refill.
not being able to
My-
accomplish anything,
my
Chris. I think
evil-
that's a valid fear.
Refill.
Evil ta-
Okay,
evil,
now I'm done
evil,
for real this time.
Plan.
Look at how beautiful that is.
It is.
Gorgeous. And the thing is it a gimmick? Maybe, but it's
Kinda, but
a
it-
usable gimmick. It's
it's
cool.
really
it
cool.
works. And
It's
it actually
really cool.
is, yeah, I like it.
I
I
think
really
that's,
like it.
I think that's the key.
Right.
It's a usable gimmick.
Yeah,
Too
it
many
actually
people have
works.
Unusable gimmicks.
Right.
That's not what I want. So
No, Chris, no.
Don't do it.
I'm not going to allow you to complete a landscape. I expressly forbid it.
Goodness.
All right.
You'll get caught up in the
Trap card. All right.
wheelbarrow.
How that goes?
While I can, I'm going to spend this card to rotate.
The top.
Oh, it's the top.
That's right, Chris.
Oh no, do I not have anything that rotates the bottom?
Oh, that's a shame, Chris.
Oh no.
That's a crying
is-
shame.
So sad
There's
about
two of them
that.
sitting right there in the market, though, Chris.
I know.
The chances of, being able to use them right now is
so-
0, but it's something to aspire towards on a future
Planned
turn.
somewhat poorly here.
All right,
Good,
so I'm going to
good.
rotate the top part then so I can grab.
I like how he made it
Wait.
sound like the rotating the top was a conscious choice he made and not
Right.
that he was forced
right,
to do
of
so.
course, yeah. A very strategic move. We can trade these out if we want to
If
get
you
more.
take a wheelbarrow action, you can clear all of those off. You can clear as many as
so
you
you
want
can
back
only
to the
do
supply.
it. You can only like
the
get
only
rid
way
of
you
them
can
on
get
a
them off of
wheelbarrow.
those is with a wheelbarrow.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, so you.
Yeah, from your planning trial back to the supply, this is the only way to discard unwanted resources.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Oh,
I
you can
hated
do
this
that,
grass.
Chris.
Changes everything.
Stupid grass. I thought I was just eating my.
Now,
spot
did you
card.
do no? Yeah. So if you had done one earlier this round and wanted to get rid of it, you could. But
No,
don't
I
think
mean
you-
these water. I didn't even want these waters, so that's fine. That's fine.
Don't talk about the water like that.
I'll.
Oh, it's fine, Chris. You've got no choice but to deal with it.
Oy, oy, oy.
Such is
you
your
want
lot
top
in
ten.
life.
Okay, I mean,
Anyway.
I've got 3, you've got 3, you've got 4. Okay, I'm not doing too bad here.
This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to discard this.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do
Do
that.
it, Chris. Don't do it.
Grabbing from the top doesn't help me. Grabbing from the top down.
I
So,
got 3 grasses, lame-o.
so I'm going to spend this to rotate the third
Okay.
pagoda section.
So have you rotated yet this turn? You have not, right?
No, I laid
just-
a groundwork.
You acted like you were going to about 15 times. Got it. Okay.
There's 16, Mike.
You're paralyzed by analysis paralysis. I see.
I will.
That's kind of redundant, isn't it?
It is,
Paralyzed
a
by
little bit.
analysis
It is.
paralysis.
It's more like stunned
Let me analyze that sentence.
by
I was
analysis
paralyzed
paralysis.
analyzing things with my analysis paralysis, Mike.
Okay,
Don't
so
like that.
Paralysis Analysis was a Radiohead album, I believe, in the 90s.
that sounds
It
right.
was one of their underappreciated
right after
albums.
fake metal
And Dr.
bushes.
Roboto. Yeah.
Domo Arigato. I'm a
So I'm going
creep.
to discard that to allocate resources, which would be 2 stone.
Are you going to get rid of the grass now that you have the
Domo,
option?
domo.
Well, now that I know about it, I'm going to think about it.
You can't think. You have to make the choice immediately.
No, you gotta just.
Too late. You're stuck.
Too late. I'm doing this so I can get another red.
Man.
Domo.
I probably don't want this grass.
Okay, so if I do that,
red.
blam blum,
Nope. Don't need grass.
then I'm gonna be in big trouble for.
Fling it away with extreme
Later.
anger. Nice job, Chris.
That was-
All right.
So I need something that rotates the base.
You guys two
I
are
also
there.
want to grab
Could
from
do
the
that.
bottom.
Oh, well, that's a shame, Chris. It looks like you don't have that option.
Top-down.
1,
Oh, I could do that. Oh, but the whole thing's gonna rotate.
2.
I want the whole thing to rotate.
Dagum. Gosh, diddly dang.
Chris, language. This is a family-friendly show.
Rootin', tootin', darn dingin' dang. Okay.
Fantastic.
Good girl.
All right, so you're done.
All right.
I have declared it as such.
Whether I want to be or not.
Correct. So I have to start. I have to start either a blue or a green here.
Don't start blue. It's just the worst.
Don't start thinking about this.
Don't
thing.
start a blue.
I will play this as a groundwork.
I was thinking, don't start a blue card now.
Okay, that's
You lost me, Chris.
better.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's better.
All right.
The police.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Yeah, I see what you're doing. Sting. Okay. I would like a top down, I believe.
I was once in a car where the radio would say like the name of the song and the band, but there weren't enough characters, so it said for that song, it said, "Don't stand so close to police."
Oh, that's awesome.
That's pretty good. All right.
Advice taken, radio.
Well.
Well,
That's
let's-
6 wells.
That
Can
is-
I count right now, Dwight?
Don't start now. All right. We're going to. Oh my goodness. This is. I have so close to everything I want and nothing that I actually want.
Oh,
Let's go ahead and
it's
play
just
this
like
down
life.
too. Let's play that down too. So that's 2 actions. And then I think what I'm going to do Do I? What would I get with? I would not get what I want. Is the bottom line.
Can't always get what
Yeah.
you want.
All right, I'm going to play this to get some resources. I'm going to rotate
This is a classic rock hour at the Dice Tower.
this
It is.
way,
It is.
and I'm going to go from the bottom up, so I
Such
get a
amazing
wood and 2 water.
vocalists.
All right,
Okay.
so if you can get rid of that for me, can you hand me 1 wood and 2 water since you are
I'm the
in
water queen.
You're the water.
charge?
Oh dear.
All right, now I'm going to take my
Water handler.
my 4th action, and no, I don't have one of those. All right, let's go ahead and take this. Would you please give me? Are you
man,
kidding me?
I just feel like I'm too invested in this nonsense, but I feel like I'm
Unacceptable.
All right.
See, when I yelled at the deck earlier, I got exactly what I wanted.
So-
I don't know. It favors me. The heart of the cards.
Heart of the
my
cards.
The heart,
the heart of the
the
cards.
cards.
Okay, well, I have to play a card. So I will play this right here.
Snap. She's
You've
going
got to be
for it.
kidding
I'm
me.
doing it. I'm all in on the blue. And then I'm going to wheelbarrow with... Wheelbarrow. Do I need top down or top up?
No,
That's a good
parents.
question. I think top down.
rich.
Well,
Kind of makes it better.
bottom up would be okay. So I guess I'll play this. I'm not going to think about it too much. I'll play that for wheelbarrow. And I will move this grass and this water. And then unfortunately this grass is going to go bye-bye.
Goodbye.
That one went out the side of the lawnmower.
Don't let the door hit you
Then
on the way out.
I have
Have you said that to a lot of
that
grass in your
was
life?
1, 2.
Chris,
okay.
if I had a quarter for every time I said that to
Yes, and I
grass.
have one more.
I'd
What am
be
I going to
dirt
do now?
poor.
I need to collect some resources. I would like some resources, please.
Wouldn't we all?
Could you help me out? All right, well, I don't want that. See, there's this thing that you gotta rotate.
You got to rotate.
You gotta rotate,
Cannot collect
and then you gotta
without the rotation.
grab. All right, well, this is very suboptimal, but
I forgot about that.
I'm gonna play this.
When you take a wild, it
And
can go directly
that's
onto a
gonna
card.
go to
I
this.
forgot about that. That's
It's
a big
just gonna give me
distinction
a
to
water
make.
and a stone, but you know what? I need a water and stone, so it's fine.
Wow, you were right.
Well, then I'm going
I'm
to.
gonna show this off to the camera. This is what you
Don't show my shame. Just leave it. It's
Oh,
fine.
that's looking good,
No.
Jay.
All the resources.
Look-
It's
looking
fine.
good.
I have a plan.
The funny thing is sometimes
I
that's
have-
exactly what you want.
I have a
Let's
plan.
turn it a little bit more that way because I think I want to make sure. Is this my
All
side here?
right.
Yeah, this is
okay.
your side.
Okay,
All right.
so I need this. I need to keep this. Sorry, let me just try to have not a brain fart.
Don't stand
We've got
Okay,
more than one
I want
garden.
this one.
We've got more than 2
and
gardens.
this one.
We've got 3 gardens. No, we've got 4.
Very close.
1, 2, 3, 4. Do I want
They
that
can't all be
one?
zeros.
Do I want
can't.
it? No, I want this one.
I assume the chat
I'm going for
appreciates my
this.
theme song.
Oh, they appreciate the songs, Chris.
I just love that we can't see the chat, so we just assume.
I assume that they
Well,
are.
Roy is over there semi-comatose, so I'm assuming that
Okay,
the
so-
chat is okay. The
Chat
poor guy's been
seems-
trying to stay awake when we're singing ridiculous
We also had barbecue for
facsimiles of
lunch.
songs. We did have a lovely lunch.
I mean, painting is a serene. Painting is a serene activity. I
No,
get it.
no, you're doing an outstanding job.
Roy's the real hero here.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
for sure.
As Roy
mean,
says,
no one's-
I'm,
no
I'm
one's-
the villain of my own
It's
story.
certainly not
No
Chris.
one's
He's
speaking
not the hero
against that.
since, he hasn't taken his turn, so you have to actually
Are you Drew?
I'm done,
Okay,
yeah.
Perfect. I'm going to rotate. I'm going to rotate Nay. Which way makes fewer things face Mike? That.
I actually don't mind that right now.
Wow. I've just got an abundance. 3 of the 3s are facing me in a 2.
Some call that a cornucopia.
Some
Grabbing
do.
from the bottom, I'm taking 3 wood and a water.
I need.
Cornucopia.
Oh yeah.
Cornucopia. Cornucopia.
Cornucopia.
Wow, that was so
Ba-na-na-na-da-da-da.
unnecessary. Really unnecessary. All right.
All right, so doing that, and my last action will be to distribute.
Should I
a
start a
wheelbarrow.
new? Should I start a new panorama?
Oh my goodness.
Jamon! All right,
Should I do it?
so
I
I
don't
finished
know
this
if I
one,
should.
which is wood and stone.
Okay.
I think I should not. I think
And
I should
then,
try
so
and
technically
finish
that's my
this.
third one done. So I get 2 red.
So that means that you go up 1
Oh.
and we both go down 1.
Already?
Yep, I believe because he's at 10, right? Because he would have
I
gone
thought
up
it
2.
would you try and go above 10.
Well, was it? What he was going to go 2, right? Oh
Yeah.
no.
Oh,
yeah,
you
2.
were
yeah,
going
yeah,
to?
yeah.
Two of them.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Right.
Yikes.
And so I
So
flipped this
pushy.
over,
Right.
which is now a wild.
Right.
So I could choose to go up red again, which
Which would knock me off completely and knock Jenny back to 3.
I mean, going up the other tracks is good.
You could also
This
just
is interesting because being mean is actually the same net gain for me
Correct.
against Jenny, but actually a bigger one for you.
Correct.
Because you'll be knocked off, you lose 2 points.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and I'm not going to score that.
Okay.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, that definitely hurt me very badly.
Wow. How do you
Well,
feel about that, Chris? You okay with that?
Well, Mike,
Especially since I was going to complete this card on this turn, so that's also even better.
Mike, I think it hurt me more than it hurt you.
I don't think it did, Chris.
Oh,
That's
you were right.
People say that, but they don't really mean it.
Draw
Also,
that.
I really needed that card too. So you basically destroyed my soul, Chris. Thanks, I appreciate that.
You need the lead blue suit, so I gotta do my darndest to make sure you don't get it. But you know what?
If anyone had the mistaken
Now,
impression that Chris
okay.
is a kind person with any type of joy in his heart, then
Mike, this is gardening.
you can
Ooh.
dissuade yourself from
not
that.
collecting
that.
cats. This is cutthroat.
Oh, I'm at least going to be able to get that
Gardening is
card.
cutthroat.
Okay. All right. So, my turn, right?
Yeah.
Finalmente. It's my turn. All right. So, I think what I need to do is play this as a wild card. I will take a stone and place it directly here. So that gets discarded. And then I will take a wheelbarrow action.
How is that pronounced?
Fancy.
Wheelbarrow
Wheelbarrow.
action and do
I've been
this.
saying it wrong my whole life.
I
Man, see, this stinks because I don't even get
Wheelbarrow.
that red. See, that hurts.
But you're going to make a beautiful...
Make more sense to do this. It makes more sense to do this.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, then you
trigger
can
the
get
blue
blue
again.
Trigger the
twice.
blue again. Yeah. All right. So get these foul resources off of my. Then we'll go up blue for the black cube. All right. I played that as a discard, I think. Right. That was 2. And then for my third trick, probably want to allocate. Probably want to get some resources. I need wood. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. I could also do this.
Don't have any that'll do that.
Yes, I think what I will do, because I know I'm going to want that too. All right.
I will say this game is a lot better than when I thought that the game was going to end like 10 minutes in. Once 9 cards total was done.
Correct.
Yeah,
Are we gonna
that's
get any of these
scary.
panoramas?
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. All right. Oh my goodness. Do I want to play this one? I probably do. Let's go ahead and just play this wild also for a
Just drowning in wilds
Water.
over there.
Water. And because it's a wild, you can allocate it directly onto
onto a card. Yeah.
Yeah.
Neat.
All right, and then I draw up, and I definitely need this card.
What am I going to
One. Can I use? Oh, I can use this card too. Actually, 2. And then finally, I'll take this one for 3, and then we'll refill. If these run out, then we reshuffle and redo. All right.
Okay.
So I'm at 4 completed. You're at 4 completed. Jenny will soon be at 4 completed.
I don't know about that.
I will say there's some awful cleverness to this game.
It is right.
Okay.
It is. It's so
Well,
tight. The resources.
actually-
The fact is that. Oh, you haven't completed a panorama yet, right?
I haven't
Okay.
completed one. no.
Yeah, and then once these come into it too, that changes things up a little bit too.
Okay, so I'm going to grab a wild to
All
grab
right.
an agua to go there.
Yes.
That means juice.
Juice. Yes, that's the
right.
resource in this game. And then,
Man, we're gonna get knocked off the
thank
blue.
you. Okay, so I get a wild and,
And 2
2
blues.
blue.
Oh, dang.
What am I going to do
Dang
with my
indeed.
wild? Well, I feel like. Are you gonna try and push me off red?
I'm just going to let you. I mean, looking at my cards here,
Yeah.
when I complete this,
It's
the
gonna
red
trigger
keeps
again.
Yeah.
So I feel like red's kind of a lost cause, honestly.
I've clearly given up on red.
So, and I don't
I
have
didn't
any
get to make
strictly
that
red
choice.
cards, so I don't need to keep pushing red. So I will go ahead. I will do yellow,
Yellow,
and then 2.
2 blues.
Okay, so that's
All
1. Now,
Chris, you know the only thing better than 3 gardens?
4?
5 gardens.
4 gardens.
5 gardens, clearly.
5 gardens. 12 gardens would be ideal.
5 gardens, burgers, and fries.
So many gardens.
That's what I'm all about.
All right.
Roy's nodding at me, very like.
He's like, whatever.
Like a warm father
He's
on the
literally
sidelines
sleeping
of the
over
baseball
there.
game.
Roy is enthralled by her gameplay. Okay.
Roy looks like he's given up
Swing
on
and you'll
everything.
hit
Oh, man.
All right.
That's your 5th panorama
I'm going to
card.
play that. Now, I'm going to collect resources that will be perfect for what I
gonna
need.
move
Or
these
should I
over so
wheelbarrow what I
people
got
can see
so far? I can't do anything with that
Cards
water
that I
is
will
the
not be able
thing.
to complete.
But,
Roy, is that a Vine you showed me about the person? It's a YouTube. It wasn't one of those tink tonks.
Tinctures?
Tinctures.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, social media with a little blue bird. Tincture.
Correct.
yeah. Man, this is just not set up well for me.
I don't know. You've got
Mike, I
5
don't
cards of a
appreciate
panorama in
that.
front of you. I just want to point that out. Let's just be
Well,
clear
but-
about that, shall we? Let's not lose sight on that.
I want to keep this card.
And it's when you complete the panorama that you get one of those.
That you get
bonus
one of these
tiles.
bonus tiles, yeah.
I'm gonna
That's-
wait till you see this amazing move that I'm
Oh,
about to do.
get ready. Get ready.
Nope.
Are you ready?
Here we go.
Oh!
I'm
wow.
going from the
Wait.
bottom up
So you're getting a stone.
to get a stone.
Just so you know, folks, this is an empty pagoda except for the top level, which is simply 1 stone.
I have a plan. I have a plan.
So that's... There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Oh.
I have a plan.
It's such an abundant pagoda.
So get rid of that card, and
I think they call this a
then
year of plenty.
It's the year
I'll take
of the
this
yak.
blue one,
All right.
and I will take this green one.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, and I will take this red one,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm done.
All
For
right.
now.
Refill that line up there,
Oh yes, of course.
if you would.
Must have all offerings on the table.
So the. I mean, is there? Will the discard pile reshuffle if we get through the whole thing?
No, it's a legacy game. Those all get torn in half, and
what?
then we
we
reattach
pour
them.
actual water.
We draft the halves, and we choose how we want to reassemble them. Yes, no, they get
we
reshuffled.
crumple them into rocks,
Bold answer, Delisi.
They
and
get
we build a house
reshuffled.
out of them.
People may actually be trying to learn this game, so I probably should tell the actual rules. Yes, those get reshuffled and
I'm
replaced.
trying to learn the game, Mike.
You're the one I'm not worried about, Chris. If there's one person I'm not worried about knowing the rules correctly, it would be
Hey,
you.
do we like blue? Look at this lineup.
There's lots of blue.
All right.
Man, there's 2 wild cards out there, too.
You know what, though? I actually kind of like blue, so I'm not going to complain. All right. What I would like to do.
We really need to be booting Chris off of... Like, if you
listen.
can trigger these, you can get Chris right off. Oh, you get me off purple, too. So, oh, no. You can... Oh, no, you
I'm
couldn't.
working on it.
All right, rotate and grab. So I'm going to rotate the top, which is going to be
Just to be
Oh,
clear, I don't
this
think.
is-
Just to be clear, I don't think it's called
Sorry.
rotate and grab. That sounds a little bit too aggressive for this game. It's, I mean,
Well,
grabbing in the garden, Mike.
At least, well,
Grabbing these stones
It
right
is.
out of there.
called
nab.
collect, rotate and collect.
Collect.
My
This is not a
goodness.
phone call in the 90s, okay, Mike? Next, I'm going to place down this card.
Do I have any?
And then my last.
So Chris, see, he's trying to get 2 complete panoramas.
I
See, Jenny,
see
that's
what he's
over
doing.
there with
I
5 and
see
the
what
4.
he's doing.
Yeah, it's,
Okay.
so that's what his whole plan is.
And then I'm going to spend the wheelbarrow here. Complete this. Or I'm going to send these out. I complete this one, so that's going to be a wild and a red.
So red bumps Jenny down to 2.
Oh no.
You can knock her right off if you wanted to do it right now.
Oh no.
You go up purple, right? No, you don't go purple.
No,
you go
yeah,
up
this
just-
one's a
yeah,
wild.
So you can go anywhere you like.
So, if I go up
Oh, I just
blue,
put down a red. That was silly.
just
She's going to
2
be
blue.
triggering 2 blues.
She's going to
yeah.
bump me off a blue, even if I keep trying to fight to
I
move
would
on.
never do that.
So, I'm going to go ahead and move
would.
up on
I would do that.
purple.
Weak sauce.
So I want to grab.
Purple.
These are identical, yes. So that one, and
Make the right choice, Chris. Make the right choice.
No pressure.
I know what this is. So yoink,
1, 2, 3,
Yoink, you say.
4, 5.
yoink.
Okay, I'm still in this.
All right, well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this as a groundwork card. This is what
Very
we call
nice.
a groundwork. I'm laying the groundwork for a future
I
spectacular.
like that. I like that.
Okay, so what I'm going to do
A future spectacular? Like that's by the time
yeah,
you're
I
going to
mean,
finish scoring.
It's gonna. Okay.
Correct.
Finish your panoramas will be by the summer
Correct.
spectacular.
Perfect.
Correct. Okay, so that was that. Then I'm going to.
Huzzah. Look at that.
It's
Look at
very
that
important
gorgeous
how I play
panorama.
this. It's very important how I play this.
I'm such a good painter. I'm
Yeah,
surprised
you're
myself sometimes.
very skilled.
You know, I played Takedo, excellent painter.
Wow.
All right, I'm going to play
Play Four Gardens, excellent painter.
Look at that.
this to rotate and collect. Collect, Chris. It's going to get me 2 wood.
Look,
If you-
dude, I had
if you'd hand me
all
those 2 wood.
threes facing me.
That's a shame. All right.
And now I have all zeros facing me.
That's fantastic.
I am skilled painter.
Then, do you have any idea what's coming next? If you said wheelbarrow, you were correct. All right.
Wheelbarrow.
You just got wheelbarrowed. So what I'm going to do
Wheelbarrow.
now is complete this card. Oh, and this panorama.
Oh, is that the first one?
That's the first one.
Wow.
There we go. There's people in the chat that are
Well
screaming in
done.
agony from
Well
my.
done.
All right, so I have 2 yellows. So I go up 2 in the yellow.
Nicely done.
1, 2, and now I have to choose which of these lovely
So many
bonus
choices.
tiles. Now I can just take straight 4 points, Chris.
There's a
I
lot
could
of
take
games.
4 points.
Gosh, I'm
this
just
is one
in
of those games with
big
4
trouble
points.
here.
The other thing I could
Makes a
do
difference.
I'm in big
is
trouble
I
here.
think I could take immediately collect resource from the player. Oh. I could take 4 wilds and also complete this card and have other stuff here. I think I got to do that. Is that, yeah, that's probably better than the 4 points there. All right, so I'm going to take this.
Says you, Delicio.
One of them's going to go here. I can only have room for 2 more. I would have loved to be able to play something else off there. But let me see what things I'm going to be going for. I need... okay, I will take these 2 stone as my last 2. Okay, then this gets completed. And a red and
Oh,
a blue.
the plays.
Red doesn't do anything for me, unfortunately, but blue does move me up here. All right.
Blue,
That's
I'm definitely
called
getting booted off.
combo.
The plays.
That was combo-rific.
Well done, well
Fantastic. All right, so I've got 3 and 4 here. Is there my kingdom for a 1 green? Can I get a 1 green?
Nope.
Can I get a
Mike,
1?
That
No,
was
you
Watch.
cannot.
I'm going to draw this, and you know what card's going to be under there?
2 green.
A 1 green. No, good. All right. 4. All right, I'm done.
Oh my gosh! Finally. Okay. So
Hey,
now,
I felt like that was a
I'm
very,
just
very
kidding.
reasonable.
I'm just kidding. That was a great
reasonable
turn.
turn.
Okay.
Wow, that was
I'm
That was quite
going
a turn.
to.
That was a
It was.
plethora.
It was a very good turn.
Plethora of turns.
that means a lot.
It means a cornucopia
Thank
of a
you.
plethora.
Well, here's the thing. My
You know
plan
what? I want to
wasn't a
show
good plan.
my completed panorama.
was not
Now
not
this is
a
only
good
a 2-card
plan.
panorama.
I'm rethinking the
selfless.
plan.
Hold on a moment.
That see-through paint is amazing.
It is, isn't it? It's like part of the new Citadel line. Look at that. Oh, panorama.
So pretty.
It is.
It almost still looks like it's 3C.
It is almost.
I know. That's
All
not
right, I got a
song, right?
wheelbarrow first.
Panorama. Wow.
All right, I got a wheelbarrow.
I gotta feel like
so I can
2
get
people in
some
the
stuff
chat
out
have
here.
any idea what we're talking about with these songs.
You know what? Okay, now.
Sound like an
here's the
FM
question.
radio station from the 70s.
How do I want to do
What's
this?
Radio was something that
How
people
do
used
you
to
wanna
listen
do
to in their
this?
cars.
Yes.
Cars
I'll
was
just
something
do that.
people used to drive in.
Whatever, it's fine. Then I will play.
Cars was the predecessor of the
I got so
DVR.
much room, and I don't want anything that's there.
Don't want anything.
So I could start another panorama. That seems like
Or
a
that
poor
work.
choice, but I could do that,
a Moby.
and it wouldn't be the end of the
Oh,
world.
that was really,
I need wood, and
really
it's
Oh, you're
stupid.
talking about the
terrible.
movie.
But 2 is better than none, right?
Spoken like a man. that
2's
knows.
better than none, Jenny.
Oh, but that
Last
goes from the
time I
top to
checked.
the bottom, and I can't get anything.
Yeah, when I'm at the shop and people are like, "Are you into cars?" And I'm like, "I'm more of a Toy Story guy myself."
Here in my car. I've got 6 cards completed,
Here in
folks. 6
my
cards out of the
car.
or of the needed 9 cards.
You
Oh
say
my
requisite,
gosh,
but
Requisite
this
is
is so
what they
bad.
say. But I got
This is such a
tongue-tied.
bad
I was
move.
thinking there was a word that was close to requisite, but it wasn't requisite,
I'm
and I
so
was going to say
sorry.
the
Now
wrong
I'm taking
word.
forever. Okay.
I refuse.
All right. I'll just do this
Do
to
that.
rotate.
Sure.
I'm doing it because my plan has
Whoa,
been
that looks like
foiled.
wood, 2 water, and a grass to me.
Yes. Could I have a wood, please? Thank you.
Now, I almost took a 5th spot because that's kind of nice.
you
But
so
if it was earlier in the game, I would have definitely done that. Like if I'd been able to complete
Okay,
this
so
early.
that's discarded, and then
It's at the point where we're not careening to the end.
Right,
but
we're
at
getting
4
there.
points,
We're
Okay, so-
getting there.
that 4 points is looking mighty tasty.
I almost took the 4 points.
This is a game where genuinely
Ah,
I
there's
expect
no
30 to
water.
be a high score.
Yes, yes,
excuse
yes.
me, sorry.
4 points is no
All right,
joke.
I'm just gonna play this as a groundwork.
Sure.
And then that's it. I'm
Okay,
gonna
then
draw
you
back
drop
up.
back up. Oh, Chris, you're gonna need to shuffle. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I'm probably gonna take this green.
Oh, remember how I was asking about if we'd have to
Actually-
shuffle the deck at some point?
I do.
You gave me some sort of snarky
Okay.
answer.
I
Take
did.
that.
Yes.
Then I gave you the correct answer, but you know.
Yeah. And then I ignored it.
You,
so.
you did.
So really, who's this on?
Uh-huh.
I'll shuffle a little bit further
You
away
sure you
from
don't
my
want to see
mic.
it's on top before you take any more? Or?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'll wait.
I realized I was shuffling like right in front of my mic.
Look, that's like that ASMR thing, Chris. People like that sound.
Riffle shuffling. It's like anti-ASMR.
Chris is going to shuffle the cards.
Oh gosh.
Shuffle those cards.
All right.
Okay.
6 out of 9 cards. We're,
Oh, wait.
we're getting
don't do
close.
nothing. Yes, I will take this. Take 3.
Look,
4.
it's not my fault.
I didn't say anything.
know
I'm
that.
just.
I'm going at a breakneck
Okay,
speed.
I'm done.
Breakneck speed. All right. This is outrageous behavior.
Oh, thanks.
Does this count as elder abuse?
All right, let's go. We've been given the speed it up.
The 2-minute warning. Mm-hmm. Not literally 2 minutes, but I do want to collect from the bottom up. These cards are identical, so I'm glad that I took them. All right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna grab from the bottom up, rotating the base.
Good job.
So I get 1 wood, 2 water,
Uh-huh.
and a
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the Delicio factor.
This is
trying to
me
get
just trying to, positive reinforcement. It makes the turns go faster.
play this out.
For sure.
And then wheelbarrow time.
You might want to stick around for this next turn, Tom, because I'm going to be doing something pretty spectacular.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Ass. And okay, I'm gonna hold on to the water.
Great.
Draw back up. Draw back up to 5. Draw back up. Draw back up to 5.
I like the little dance
You
at
like
that.
that? I felt pretty
Draw
good
back
about
up to
it.
5.
If you like
Not
it, then
4,
you got to
not
put a
3.
ring. All right,
Draw
are
back
you
up
good?
to 5.
I'm good.
Laying
I
some
drew up.
groundwork, sir and madam.
Ooh.
All right. So I've got that.
Bold moves.
I've got that. I'm going to lay some groundwork.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to play this as a wild.
Wild.
So I'll take a water right there and place it directly on this card that I just placed down in front of
Head
me.
on. Apply
Yes.
directly to the card.
Now,
This is-
any guesses as to what I'm going to do next? Yes, you're right. I'm going to be playing a wheelbarrow.
Wheelbarrow.
To reallocate this, and I don't know if I'm going to throw those out, actually. I think I will throw this out. All right, and now that completes this card. And now that means that I can't move up in red. I did complete another landscape, but I will move up in blue and purple. Purple. Blue. And now I get to get one of these, which seems to me that 4 points is what I want.
Yeah.
All right, and that was all 3 of my turns, I believe. So I'm going to draw back up to 5.
Draw back up to 5.
I still need a 1 green. Is
It's
there a
stuck
1
in my
green
head now. I'm
anywhere?
sorry. It's just
1.
going to be there for the rest of the night.
Is that a song?
Okay.
2.
Well, Mike, ask Mike.
And I'll take that because it's got a wild 3. All right, there we go. I'm done.
Wow. Okay.
It's
I'm
been a
going
while.
to
1, 2,
wheelbarrow
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm 2
this
away.
piece of wood,
Michael,
to
slow
here?
your roll.
No, I can't.
this piece of grass to here. I'm going to say bye-bye to this water because I don't care about hydration. I'm just kidding. Drink water. It's good for you. And
Water
then
is good.
I'm going to get rid of this.
I'll do what I want.
Okay, so I don't get a red, but I do get
Wow.
a wild.
You get,
And 2
wild and 2
blue.
blues. Wow.
I'm not kicked off yet.
Um,
I'm not cool enough to be in the blue club today.
2 wild. I think I'll go 1. Oops, sorry. And
Do you have 2 wilds?
yes. Oh no.
No.
I only have 1, so I'll just go up on purple. Thank
Okay.
you.
You're welcome.
All right, keeping me honest. I like it. Now I'm going to harvest some resources.
Harvesting resources.
I'm gonna get some resources.
Everybody
Hopefully
loves a good resource.
on the.
Don't look a
Okay,
resource
so I'm gonna
in the
play
mouth.
this to rotate the second level here.
Do
Okay.
say that pretty frequently, Mike.
I'm actually gonna go.
Oh, is that what you want? You want 2 wood?
No, I'll go to this.
All right.
Okay, so
you're going top
I have
down.
1 wood. Could I get 1 more, please? And then 2 water.
Oh, are you going top down or bottom up?
No, it's top down.
So yeah, so you're actually getting 2 stone
So
and 2.
no, so I did want to go to the other side then. I just want 2 wood.
Okay.
Okay, so then yeah, just give me 1 more wood.
Chris,
If
can
you
grab,
could.
grab her a wood?
2 wood.
Wood if you could.
Just one.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Yes. And then I'm going to play 2 wood. I'm going to play this wild. And I'm going to grab the stone.
All right.
Stick it right there.
Beautiful.
Done. Well, I'm going to draw back
up.
up. How could I forget the song? I'm sorry. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And then
Are we going to have a designated drawback up song?
Chris!
With a
draw back up to 5. Draw back up to 5.
Oh,
how it goes.
fascinating.
Oh boy, I don't like this. Okay, here we go. Here we
lay
go.
that
That was
down.
1.
All right, is this where you win?
No.
I mean, that would be splendid, but I don't think
It
this
was
was going to
close,
happen.
actually.
I want to grab some resources.
Not getting the other part of the panorama.
Down. Okay. I will play this to rotate the top tier and grab downward. So it's 2 stone and a grass resource. And then for my third action, I will 1 grass. I need 1 more grass. I don't want to bother with that anymore, so I'm going to play this one to get a wild grass.
Wild
Put it
grass. All right.
Right on there. I'm going
is
to draw this card
wild.
because that's a panorama finisher. And then at this point,
The gardens have gone wild.
I need cards that grab resources from the bottom up. So I'll just start drawing and hoping that I get those.
All right, you're done.
Yes, sir.
Laying groundwork right here. That's 1 action. Second action, let's go ahead and get a wild grass or wild resource, which is there, which is grass. Discard that. And then for a third action, look how fast I'm going. I'm going to discard that for a wheelbarrow. Sorry, careful there. Good. And then I'm going to wheelbarrow this to here.
That could have been a disaster.
Could have been a disaster. I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to get a purple and a blue. Red is done. So purple is here. Oh, purple is here. Blue is there. All right, I'm done. Look at that. How fast. I got to draw
Wow,
back in.
that was very impressive.
I'm
One.
getting booted off of blue for sure.
2. And I still need. Oh, that's exactly what I need. 3. Good.
Mike, poker face.
Okay.
Release-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
All right.
7, 8.
I'm going to rotate
All right.
this level here. So I get 2 stone and that's it. Top down, right? Okay.
I think we're close. I'm 1
That's
card
1.
away,
Then
folks.
I'm going to wheelbarrow with this card. So booyakasha. Oh, sorry. This should go here. Boop,
Oh,
boop,
things are looking good for our hero.
boop, boop. Okay.
Wait, who do you think
so
I'm talking
this
about,
is
Me. Clearly.
It's weird that you would think that. It's really funny.
All right.
Okay,
so now we
so,
got a lot of stuff happening here. That
I'm
moves
still
Chris
on red?
right off, right? Oh, no, you're on red.
Okay, and then 2 wilds, 2 blue. So you guys get pushed back.
No, I'm already at 10. Do I get pushed back?
Oh, I don't know. You're off.
Go ahead and push
sorry.
it. I'm not sure if that's the case. You probably does, actually.
Is that 8? Okay, and then
Oh, those upper spaces are bigger jumps.
2 blue, and then I still have 2 wild. So I think I'm gonna go up.
Yeah, move all other score markers back.
Okay, and then I get a bonus. So let's just take some points.
Yep.
And then I'm going to use a wild.
All right,
finish
she
this
just got a lot
one.
done. Just got a lot done right there.
Holy
Okay, so that's
mackerel.
another blue. So you just move back.
Man.
Okay, now I fill back up. Fill back up to 5. Fill back up to 5.
Ouch, Mike. Ouch.
3. I need stronger arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm done.
All right,
Okay.
Chrissy, let's go.
It's Mighty Morphin wheelbarrow time.
There we go. Oh, look at this. 2 cards completed. Now look,
I completed 2
Now-
wilds.
things are happening fast and furious. We can't keep track.
Okay, so this one gives me 2 wilds and a red. So boop on red, moves you down.
Okay.
And then 2 wilds of my choice, obviously. That's what wilds mean. So I'm going to go up purple. 1, 2.
Okay.
Now I flip over this one. I get another red, boop, which bumps you down. And I get 3 wilds.
Man, you got a lot of
I'm gonna
wilds.
go 1, 2, boop, 3. Bump
Okay.
it all down on purple.
I don't like these boops.
Man,
All
these
little
boops are hardcore.
Sorry that you feel that way. Next, I'm going to rotate and collect from the bottom up. So that I get 2 pieces of wood. And then 2 grass. And then my third action, I'm going to go ahead and wheelbarrow again.
Another one.
What do I need from this? Bottom up. Okay. So I wheelbarrow again so that I can put out these 2 pieces of wood
That's nice.
and discard one of these grass. So that completes this one,
Okay, here we go.
which gives me
You have 8?
red, boop,
8 now,
bumps you
okay.
down, purple, which is going to bump both of you down, 3 wilds, purples. So 1, 2, 3. I complete a panorama, which I'm going to go ahead and just grab 3 wild resources.
Yep. You do have to choose them and put them on your thingy there.
Yep. Water, and another grass.
Chicken dinner. Water, chicken dinner.
Water, chicken dinner.
All right, here
That's
we
how
go.
that goes.
Pretty sure that Chris is going to end it on his next turn if I don't. So, draw back up, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right.
Draw
I
back up
want
to
stuff from the bottom up, bottom up. And is it, as soon as you get it, you just...
I
finish
think
the
you
game?
end the round.
Okay, so why don't you go ahead and play then? Because I was the start player. We can look that up in a second.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You hand
All
me
right.
the rulebook?
Yeah, you can have the rule. All right, so I'm going to be placing this down, laying some groundwork. I need 2 wood and a stone. Is there a way for me to do that? Probably not. Maybe. If I do probably not. Shoot.
I was the first player in the game, so if you
Yes.
trigger if either of you 2 trigger the end, we just complete the round.
Okay. All right, so if I rotate that, I really need... I'm going to be stuck with wood. All right, so I'm going to do this. I'm just going to play the... I guess it doesn't matter which one I
I'm
play. I'm going to
such a
play
good
this
painter.
to spin this way. I'll end up getting 3 wood. Okay. I will play something to do a wheelbarrow. I'll pop these here. I'll get rid of that. That didn't work, and that's all right. Everyone was knocked off anyway, right? No, except for me. All right.
Yeah.
And then
You knocked yourself out.
that
2
was my
points.
third action, I think. Right? Yeah, because I've only got 2 cards. I'll take this. I'll take this. I'll take this. I'll refill this.
Okay. I'm going to start this for some reason, and then I'm going to rotate. It doesn't matter because I'm just going to get 3 wood and 1 water here. Can you pass me just 1 extra wood?
1 extra wood.
1 extra.
Oh, good. So I will get my last turn then.
Okay,
You will,
then-
yeah.
Okay, good.
If you're not triggering the end of the game, I will on my turn.
Okay. Then I'm going to actually wheelbarrow for the last part.
Wheelbarrow. I'm just happy I'm going to be able to complete 3 panoramas, Chris.
Wheelbarrow.
That's it. Oh, did I mention that's an
Man.
instant win condition?
That's
amazing.
the instant win. Okay.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I wish.
What games
And then I'm
have
gonna
an
draw
instant
back
win
up to
condition?
5,
I know that there are
so
some.
1,
There's
2.
Well,
Space
Cosmic
Base.
has a bunch, right?
Cosmic Encounter as showcased by
This is
one
bottom
Mike
down.
DeLucia.
Correct. Space
It
Base.
doesn't matter because it's going to be the last turn.
Dune. Okay.
Dune.
Liberté.
Liberté?
Okay, I'm
I
done.
thought you were going to say Libertalia. Okay, Liberté.
All right, I'm going to place out the 4th panorama
Those are discard.
groundwork.
Okay.
Many cooperative
Nope.
games.
That's true.
This one. Ha ha ha. I can also complete. I don't need to complete red.
Oh, this stinks so bad.
Yellow? Yellow would give me points. Oh, but I can't complete. I can't have 2 of the same.
No, you cannot have 2 of the same color out there.
Okay, well, I should have maybe paid attention to the cards I drew then. I thought that you were just going to end the game on your turn. Yeah, whatever then. So, now it's time to wheelbarrow.
Yeah. Pretty sure you've got this game in the bag here, Chris.
So I've done that.
Pretty sure.
But you never know.
Never know.
In the cutthroat world of gardening, anything can happen.
That is.
Ultimate.
So I don't get blue. I get 2 reds. That was actually kind of pointless. 1 point on both. I'm going to go ahead and bump purple one.
Oh, of course you are.
Naturally.
Wild.
That just wrecked me again.
So that triggers.
Man.
That triggers the 9
Chris's
cards. in the
meanness
beginning.
Hardcore.
knows no bounds.
There's no bounds. That is
Hardcore
correct.
over here. Okay.
And I complete a panorama, so I'll take 2 points, and then I'll just call that good. So, yoink.
All right. Okay, so I need to finish this basically to finish the game. So I need a stone. So what I'll do is I'll just play this as a wild, get the stone here. That'll complete this.
Here, a stone there.
Get your
Alright.
stone here.
So purple, I'm not on the board. Blue, I move up. Red, I'm off the board, and I can do a wild. So either one moves me up 2 points, so it doesn't much matter. So I'll go ahead and go for blue, and then I will take this last point for that. And then there's no reason for me to.
Yeah.
I mean, we can refill 1, 2, 3, 4. Well,
As a,
yeah.
as a
It's not going to matter, except
Yeah.
I'm the last turn, right?
As a courtesy, Mike, you probably want to move up yellow because Jenny could bump you down
Oh,
to blue.
that's probably true. Yeah. Thank you.
Collusion.
Collusion. Well, that's true.
Collusion, this is not a co-op game. Okay. I'm going to get a wild
Don't
to get a
tell Roy
stone
that.
and finish this one off.
You're all supposed to win the game.
So I'm bumping Mike on blue, and I move up on purple, but I'm not on purple, so it doesn't matter. But I do get. Is there any points left? You took
Unfortunately,
it?
I may have taken it,
Bummer.
Jenny.
Well, I'll take this useless piece of
It's not
inventory
useless. It's
slot.
lovely.
And then I will
It's a lovely hole in the ground.
and then I'll just, you know what?
Do it. Make it happen. All right, good.
Make it happen.
So I believe that our end game scoring is strictly, you can double check me there, Chris, our positions on the gods tracks plus any points we have here. So I am at 8.
10, 15, I have 18.
8 plus 5 is 13, plus 5 is 18.
Okay.
And you have,
18.
oh, really? Wow.
I have 25.
Oh, be quiet.
Well,
So.
All right, well, that was 4 gardens. We're going to take just a moment to clear things off and get set up for our next game. I think we're going to have another lovely, beautiful looking game here next in Canvas. Is that correct?
Yes.
Canvas is next, so just give
Yes.
us a few minutes. We'll clear this off and we'll be right back.
everybody, we're back. Just me, Roy, and Jenny, and we're playing Canvas, a new game for Roy to play,
Yeah.
but hopefully one that you all will enjoy. Very simple game. This will not take a long time to play. So we're going to show you what you're trying to do in this game. You are trying to build paintings. Each of us has 3 backgrounds to a painting. Roy will stick one on the thing here. All right, so that's the background of a painting. So leave it there, Roy. And what we're going to do is we're going to be adding exactly 3 overlay cards on it. So just add these one at a time. Actually, let's do one that is, there we go. No, I'm trying to do as little green as possible. That middle spot there, folks, is green.
Okay, let's
But-
do this one first. That's, ooh, look at that lovely castle.
Right, so you put it on top of that. Nice.
And then here's a
So that's Wandering Moment is the name of that
wandering
painting.
moment.
I have those all the time.
Then we can add the little trumpet
Now it's
in here.
Harmonious Moment. And what's going to happen is you're going to be making a painting. Now the actual painting itself, folks, doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter what the painting looks like. It's just there for looks. And at the end, we're gonna vote. Everyone's gonna vote on which painting. We're gonna have 9 paintings. I think we built 3 of them. And everyone's gonna vote which painting looks the coolest. But it's the symbols. You don't even know yet. You got to be.
I'm just making a prediction.
I'm just saying that if my painting looks the best, I would be very objective about it. Anyhow, I'll put those back because I want to show that painting. The symbols at the bottom is what matters here. So there's 5 possible colors that can be there, and then there's various symbols on those. And that matters for scoring purposes. Each game you're going to play with various scoring cards. So here's the scoring cards we have in this particular game. If your painting has
Green.
green. If your painting has one of every color,
Green.
you're going to get a red ribbon. And if you have all 3 red ribbons, Roy, you can see you get 9 points. But one gives you 1 point. This one here, if you have 2 triangles in a painting, you get a green ribbon. Which means if your painting for some reason has 4 triangles, you would get 2 ribbons. So that's the only way you can get 4 ribbons total, since you can only make 3 paintings. The next scoring thing says if you have exactly one of those wild, colorful things, you'll get a blue ribbon, which is going to give you 11 points if you get 3 of them. And then finally, the hierarchy says if you have more suns than any of the other symbols. And can you flip that card over? This is an interesting thing. Each card tells you how it scores in the back. So the number of any other element. So as long as it has more than, it can even be equal, but you can see right there, as long as you have the same number of suns as everything else, you get a ribbon there. And that will be the purple ribbons. And I really like that the back of these cards shows the clarifications. All right, Roy. So the way this game's going to work is very simple. On your turn, you're going to take one of these.
Do we start with cards?
Do we start with cards? It's very possible. Choppa choppa choopa choppa 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 choo. I don't think so, actually. We take 4 inspiration tokens. We take 3 sleeve background cards. So we have 5 there. No, we don't take any.
Alrighty.
So on your turn, you will take a card, or you'll finish a painting. When you finish a painting, you'll pick 3 cards from your hand, put them in, and we'll show the painting. You decide what 3 cards you want to put in. It has to be at least 3 cards. You must do that action if you have 5 cards, because you can't have more than 5 of these cards in your hand.
Okay.
When you take one of these, it's very simple. You take this one. If you don't want that one, you put a token on it, and you can take this one here if you put a token on each of those. These tokens don't mean anything. One last thing, Roy. This here will give you ribbons. Like this gives you 1 ribbon for each wild you have. So if I had this on the same one as this, for example, I would get 1 gray ribbon. Gray ribbons are just worth 2 points at the end of the game.
Gotcha.
That's it.
Yippers.
Actually, that one's not there. There we go. They just slide out of the box.
Nice.
All right, Roy, you're first.
Well, I'm first. I pick one of these things.
Pick a painting.
Oh man, there's all sorts of different kinds.
Sure, so you're trying to get things that match the different colors, or maybe you want 2 triangles, or maybe you want more of these.
I think we're going for the jungle.
Well, then we need to see 3 of those placed there.
Oh wait, I don't want to do that then. I didn't realize that's hard to do. Do you get these back at all?
If you
By
take a
taking-
Yeah,
card
if you
with
take
them on
them
it.
off other cards.
But I plan to always take the first one, so eventually I have all these, thus ruining the game for everybody.
What is the little cross pattern at the bottom of those? Is that just for certain types of scoring that aren't in the game?
Yes,
currently?
Yeah.
we're not using every
It's just
scoring.
one of the symbols.
Right, and
That
it would
is-
matter for this that you
Okay.
need more of those.
Well, I guess we'll take the first one because it works with the triangle thing there. And do you keep this or do you immediately put it in a painting?
No, you keep it because
It's in
your
your
action
hands.
is putting 3 into a painting.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I also like the first one.
Wow.
You were going to take it and you know it. Especially
You
if
don't know that.
You're
You
right.
don't know what I was gonna do.
I know nothing.
You don't know.
I know nothing, Tom Snow.
You'll learn real quick that you shouldn't have let me sit beside the green screen because
Those are great by themselves.
All right, I'll take the first one. I can play that game.
You're the video editor. You should you should realize what a pain it is to the.
I'm just saying I could put anything as graphics on here and the computer's all the way over there.
It's your turn. Did you take one that has the word
Taking
game?
a
I
turn.
did, yes.
Did you take it because
Ooh.
it has the word game?
Now
Yes, I did.
I'm gonna take the jungle.
There you go. Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah.
Wow.
We got see-through cards.
And cards can score for multiple things, right?
Yes.
Ooh.
Sure can.
I'm actually going to take. That one.
What is? How does this one score exactly? So
You just
suns-
need as many or more suns than any other single thing. Again, it shows you in the
Okay,
back.
okay.
So here, there's 3 suns.
Yeah.
Win. 2 suns and 2 of those still win.
Oh,
Interesting.
so it's more equal to.
By the way,
Ooh, that's so
one of the best
expensive.
things the company has ever done is put how a card works on the back of that
That is really
card.
nice.
That's amazing. It's not your turn.
Smokes.
See, now you're tempted to take that first one.
I really want that first one.
Then
Give me the first one.
you know you don't get points
Ow.
for these, right? I just
No, I want the first one because of what it does for my
so
combo here.
inspired.
That also just reminds there's a 5-card hand limit.
yes.
Yes.
I did say that. I thought, but all right.
Yes. In.
By the way, folks, let's run a contest. We don't have the contest thing ready, do we?
Yeah, we do. You
all
can
right.
press 3 and it'll come up.
This contest is for 2 more $15 gift certificates for Game Nerds. All you have to do to win one of these is to email us at contest@dicetower.com, and in the subject line put the
You
word
close out of that and then do it each go.
Nerds 3.
Game Nerds 3. Yes.
Nerds within.
Or is it just Nerds 3?
Just Nerds.
Nerds 3.
Nerds 3.
So if you email us, we're going to have 2 winners for this. You'll get a $15 gift certificate. There you go. Just email us at contest@dicetower.com. In the subject line, put Nerds 3 and answer the question, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite color?
Green.
Green.
Screen.
No,
Are you
just
both green?
Green, yeah.
Green.
We should have played a game where someone was green, because then I would have enjoyed the carnage. Meanwhile, I'm delaying here. I think I like the first one, so I'll take it.
Okay. Can you pop out the next one there?
I will not.
So when do these score? When you
When
put
you
When you
make your
decide to put them
painting.
together, that's your turn. Instead of taking one, you put together 3.
I wait?
And if you have 5 cards, you have to do that.
I'm putting together 3.
Well, you can start putting together now if you're going to go next.
Well,
And then you'll
man.
show your beautiful painting
do I
off.
do it? I do. I
Wait,
do.
is this right?
I'm so
I don't know if this is
inspired.
right.
I need to just
Is that
get
pressing
my
forbidden?
ideas out into the world, you know?
All right, Roy.
No, this maybe doesn't do exactly what I wanted it to do.
That's what I thought.
Which
There's a very specific
Oh my
card
gosh.
I want, Roy. Don't take it.
I'm gonna go ahead and take it then.
Well, it's this one. It's this one. Don't take it.
wait till you see my painting.
Can I just have the first one there?
Of course.
Well, that's that's not the one I wanted. I'm gonna take this card. Tell me what I've just done. A mistake.
Actually, you know what? And we're only allowed to score 3 things in a game?
Yep, it's a really quick game, really.
I'm gonna take the first one.
I'm going to put a painting together.
Oh, he's doing it.
All right, show your painting off.
I am exploring pride.
Keep going up. All right, so let's look at the different ribbons here. Do you have all 5 colors? Yes.
That looks
Take a red
good.
ribbon, Roy. Do you have 2 triangles? No.
No.
Do you have exactly 1 of those colored circles?
No.
Do you have more suns than anything else?
No.
Do you get a gray one for every circle you have? Yes. So 3 of these.
Yeah!
Nice. That's
Honestly, I just went
pretty
that for the alt
cool.
condition on that. So.
That's pretty cool.
All right, here's mine. My picture is heightened perspective. There's something about this with all that fruit falling down. All right. Do I have all 5 colors? Yes, red ribbon. Do I have 2 triangles? I do not. Forgot about that one. Do I have exactly 1 of those circles? I do. Blue. Do I have more suns than anything else? I do. Purple.
Oh, this is
That's a 3-ribbon painting.
wow.
All right,
I
leave
mean,
it
that
out
was
there.
a 4-ribbon painting, but
We're gonna.
All right, my magnum opus.
Hey, Chris, can you make a straw poll? Get one ready because we're gonna put a poll in the thing to see which of these people like the best.
Sure, what's website do you use?
Strawpoll.com.
Forbidden game.
this game is forbidden.
Because you can't even get to it. I
Barbed
like to play
wire.
chess.
Yeah.
All right, all 5 colors? Yes, red ribbon. 2 triangles? No.
No.
Exactly 1 of the colorings? Yes, purple ribbon. I mean blue ribbon, sorry. And then do you have more suns than anything else? Yes, purple.
Yes.
And then a gray ribbon. Oh, her painting was better than mine. Forbidden game was better than...
Forbidden game.
All right, Roy, back to you.
Oh, so I have a turn. Don't really need those very much. I really want.
I really want...
I really want.
I'm gonna go for.
Tell me what you
2.
want. What you really, really want.
I'm gonna go here and take this.
Roy, that is
It's a good
what I wanted.
Right. It's a good one.
Oh, my
really
goodness
properly.
gracious.
I'm not thrilled with it,
Me neither.
Roy.
Me neither.
I don't like any of these, so I'm gonna
That's okay.
take heavy.
Well, that was the one I was gonna grab, but
Well, good then. Heavy truth would have been my painting. Let me drop some heavy truths on you.
Are these
okay.
yours?
Those are yours.
Holy
I wish they were
smokes.
mine. Yes, you have a lot.
All right,
have
I
a
have
lot.
to take the first one.
So this actually lets you take anything you want.
Yeah, I just gotta figure out. Oh wow, that's actually super helpful. But I don't know that I want to do it. Goodness. What is good? I don't really like any of this.
Am I putting the names of the paintings?
Sure, but I mean, okay, yeah, okay. Roy, read them the names of the 3 paintings so far. We don't need to show them. Just tell them.
Heightened perspective, exploring pride, and forbidden game. I should actually like set these where people can actually currently see them on the
That's
thing.
true. We'll be
But
prepping for that.
also, we'll put them up.
But there's
here
gonna be
when-
9 in total.
Okay. Oh, why am I flipping out about this? That first one there is once again the color. I don't like that. We're gonna go. None of this is good. We're just gonna take the first one.
Alrighty. I'm kind of in agreement with you. I'm not enjoying any of this. That first one is trash. Pure trash. Second
That's
one.
delicate, is what that one is.
Second one is also trash. I don't like it. Third one. Trash. I'm gonna take the third one. It's truth.
I am now angry with you, Tom Vassal.
Oh. Then I'm happier now.
Okay. Well, well, well.
I'm
What
gonna score
have
fewer
we
points than I had
here?
anticipated.
Well, well, well.
That is exactly what I said.
I don't want any of it. All right, but I am gonna go for.
Ooh, Roy.
I don't want it.
Give me the first one.
All right.
I'm gonna have all of these.
All right.
Yeah, you know that's not an alternate win condition at all, right? I'm just clarifying that.
But it limits you guys like crazy, doesn't it?
I guess, but I already built my second painting. Which is here. It is Divine Truth, Chris. Painting 4. Show it off. Divine Truth.
Ooh, I like
All
that
right, do I have all 5 colors? I do not. Do I have a pair of triangles? I did that twice, so I get 2 green ribbons. Do I have exactly one of the color wheels? Yes, I get a blue ribbon. Do I have more suns than anything else? No. Do I get any grays? No. So,
Okay.
not as exciting as I had hoped.
Well, I'm limiting my
Divine Truth, bring it off.
stuff, but
No.
I'm gonna grab this one.
I'm gonna start putting paintings down here. All right, Roy. Don't forget, when you have 5 cards, you have to make one.
Okay, if I do.
How many do you have? 4?
Yes. Give me the first one.
Got it.
Okay.
Well, I have no option but to take the first one, so I shall. Oh, it has dice on it? I would have taken it no matter what. And that's one of the... It's not a negative about this game, but I will say that
How many ribbons did
I
you get
often
with your
take-
last one? You got 3 again? Yeah, 3.
Yeah, I'm
and
not
then
doing
3.
very well. Why? Are you going to
Okay,
brag about yours?
I was just trying to figure out the average of points per painting.
No, who knows?
Exactly. Yeah.
Say it!
I'm trying to make sure I'm not going below the vassal average because that means he might win the game.
No, Vassal's not doing too hot.
Okay.
But I'm going for the secondary goal. I'm going-
Okay.
My word.
All right.
I don't know. I just find it hilarious.
Here we go.
You don't got anything else besides the running
it my
dude?
turn?
No.
So you have to build a painting on your next turn, Roy.
Oh yes,
anyway.
I understand.
I don't think you do.
It is
He's
my
hanging
turn,
out with
right?
The Spring Spectacular logo.
Sorry, Roy's goofing off. Go ahead.
Okay,
worry
I'm
about
gonna
it,
make
I'm just
my
adding
painting.
graphics to
Masked
the,
mess.
Roy, here's a painting.
Oh,
Show off
an actual
my
painting.
painting that I worked hard on.
All right, masked mess. Does it have all 5 colors? Yes, a red ribbon.
Oh, I should actually put this in one of these things.
Does it have triangles? Yes, twice. 2 green ribbons. Does it have exactly one of those? No. Does it have purple? No. No. So you got 1 red and 2
Two
greens.
green.
All right, masked mess. Bring it
Is that
down.
3 points?
Did you get that one, Chris?
Yes.
Masked mess. We have 5. We need 4 more paintings.
My
Listen,
lockdown nickname.
Masked mess.
I'm gonna let you know right
That's
now
all
that
of
this
our
is a delicate
lockdown.
warning. Here.
Delicate warning. Does it have all 5 colors? Yes.
Yes.
A red ribbon. Does it have 2 triangles? No.
No.
Does it have 1? No.
No.
Not even close. Does it have more
No.
suns? No. But does it get you 3 more of those gray ribbons?
Getting the gray
Yes.
ribbons.
Roy's doing the
There you
gray
go.
ribbon
He's
strategy.
going, yeah, the gray ribbon strats.
It's working.
Yeah, you're doing good.
I'm not saying it's bad. I wasn't making fun.
You throwing it over there now?
Sure.
Oh, these are those.
And that
Beautiful
was delicate
gallery.
warning. Oh, I should actually look at like what I have here. Try to figure out how to actually get some different points.
I'm going to take freedom.
Freedom.
Did you lose your poll?
Yeah, I'll make a new one.
Okay, I have
Let me
no
know
options,
when you have
so
to
I
read
will
the
take
names.
the first one. Sudden. Oh, this is a terrible card. Maybe not. Maybe this is better.
I'm not looking at your cards. It's not like your cards are secret anyway. I was looking at the painting names.
Don't steal my intellectual property.
Intellectual property.
I'm going to take
Yeah.
a picture of it and then
Artwork.
post it on YouTube and pretend it
No.
was me.
I
How
don't have
can
much
I do
flexibility here,
this?
unfortunately. Oh.
It's hard to get all 4 ribbons, the colored ones, but it's doable. Oh, now you're gonna move. I don't. I'm thinking here real quick. Thinking. Yep, I'm gonna take the first. Yes.
Of course
Do you need the names, Chris, or are you good? Or you remember them all?
I took a screenshot. Delicate warning was the last one.
Yes.
Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna spend my inspo. Grab this one. Right, like that.
We're gonna go here and grab this.
Alrighty, I'm going to finish my third painting, which means I'm out of the game at this point.
Okay.
So I'll just skip my turns. But this is Risky Obstacle. So, do I have all 5 colors? Yes. Do I have 2 triangles? Yes. Do I have exactly 1 color? No. Do I have more equal or more suns than anything else? Yes. Do I get a gray ribbon? Yes. That was my best painting. All right. Risky Obstacle with dice. Dice is automatically makes the painting good. I'm not trying to like sway the audience but hey, dice.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get a creepy hand, which is always good. Creepy hand.
Na, 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 na.
Creepy hand. Okay, but I can't play all of these, so let's figure this out here. Okay, creepy hand. I want for.
Man,
In this game, purple ribbons are the most valuable, but they're also the hardest ones to do. Well, no, greens technically, but I guess per purple, having more suns than anything else is tricky.
okay, we're gonna go.
Do that.
Nobody wants that first one.
I feel bad
my.
for that first one.
Anxiety.
Yeah, but I'm gonna stick it underneath some stuff. So that
All right,
way
Jenny,
we
how
don't
many
have to
cards
worry
you
about
got?
the
You
anxiety.
got 4.
I have 4.
So this is your last one you take, or else
so
you've
I'm
got to
trying
take
to decide because I have to take the first one, which is pretty useless. So I'm just gonna make my painting,
Whoa.
even though, yeah. Oh, okay.
Didn't work.
Wait, is there 3 in there? 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay.
Didn't actually work.
Sudden
All right, Roy.
curiosity.
Sudden curiosity. Show everyone.
Okay. Sudden curiosity.
It does not have every color, but it does not have 2 triangles.
No.
But it does have exactly 1, so you get a blue. And you have more suns than anything else. You get that.
Thank you.
And you get a gray.
Yay! Thank you.
Well, I've got 5. I've chosen my bed, so I have to lie in it. So, here it is. I have chosen beauty.
Ooh, every color?
Ooh.
Yes. No, yes, red. 2 triangles?
Yep.
Yes, green. No blue, no red, but hey, 3 more grays. That's it. So, here, give me, Chris is, while we're counting our final score, Chris is going to put the link to the chat in the, you can
Link
put
to
a
a
link
straw
to a poll
poll in the chat.
And then y'all can pick the prettiest painting. But we're going to show them off again just in case. Meanwhile, let's count up points. Royal.
Royal.
Am I supposed to actually count my points? Why would you count
Royal
points when you could just have
Kennedy.
fun with these?
All right. So you get 2 points for every gray.
Oh. So
that's
different values?
That's 18.
Yeah.
3 reds gives you 9 more, so
Yikes.
27. Plus 3, so 30. I have 3 for 2 reds. 9, so that's 12. Plus 11, 23. Plus 4, 27. Plus 2, 29.
Close.
Close. 2 reds is 3. 2 blues is 4. 2 grays is 7. 2 purples is 9, so that's 16. Plus, 13, 20, 23. Plus 4, 27. All right, let's show off the paintings and see which one gets the most votes. Here we go. We're going to show them off one at a time, the 9 paintings. So here we go.
Divine
You can vote for Divine Truth. Meh. Or,
Delicate warning.
all right. I like Delicate Warning.
Forbidden game.
Free game's good. I just wouldn't put it on my wall because it seems depressing.
It reminds you of the hard, there's hardship in life.
Yeah, I don't
Can't
wanna-
avoid
I don't
that.
need
You
that.
can't
I
avoid
don't-
that.
Heightened perspective.
But I don't even like that one, so that's mine. I'm not going to even vote for it. All right. I don't like it.
Risky obstacle.
Has dice and waves. I don't know. It just seems like the perfect
But
card.
the gate is like covering up the dice.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, well, open the gate. It's called the Dice Gate. That's her new
I
show.
mean, how big is that die? It's hard to tell.
Dice gate sounds like something bad that happened.
Chosen Beauty is a little on the nose. Like, look at the flowers. Also, there's
Chosen
cheese.
Beauty.
Extra points for the spider also choosing the flowers.
That's true. That's true. The spider at the flowers. All right, next.
Next is Exploring Pride.
What is that in the top?
It's a pride. It's apparently a
So
pride
much
rocket.
chroma.
It's a rocket ship.
Yeah,
Oh,
with-
it is
with
a
a
rocket
rainbow-
ship. I see that now.
Rainbow
Listen,
Seven.
look at all these points I got off that. Come on.
That's not a real rocket ship.
Yeah, I don't know that I want to give that to you just because you got so many points off it.
True.
Masked Mess.
Yeah.
That's super
good one.
abstract. I don't know what it means. Other than like, I want to go to your
You
house
can
and
see
clean it.
how your life is precarious, just like the stacks of teacups.
And finally, Sudden Curiosity.
It's got a cat on it.
That cat's trying to kill
And
your baby.
It's trying to it's trying to play
It's-
with the bird.
It's bringing that bird's bringing a baby to someone's house.
He's
That
trying
cat's
to,
murderizing
he's waving.
it.
Clearly that
Well-
cat is waving.
Birds don't actually bring babies to people's houses. You know that, right?
You know what?
I would have thought. You of all people.
Hang on, I'm gonna look at the poll here and see. I won't.
Didn't even use my creepy hair.
Oh wow,
which
it's
is sad.
it was a very strong winner here. It is.
Is it gonna be?
It's Forbidden Games.
Yes. Good choice, everyone.
What are you doing? There's something wrong with you. All right, but Exploring Pride got second. So Roy got second place. Oh, second was tied with Risky Obstacle. What was Risky Obstacle?
I don't know if
Wait,
that was
Risky Obstacle was the dice
Oh,
one.
the dice one.
Oh, I don't even know the name
Which
of my own
one
painting.
won?
Forbidden Game.
Oh,
Glad
that was
you all
that
have
was the first
excellent
one you made.
taste.
I didn't make that. Jenny made that one.
Thank you for your support.
So Roy
Oh, that's
wins
weird.
the game, but Jenny wins the actual game.
Yeah.
And all joking aside, I've never played a game of this where we haven't done. Stop it, you weirdo.
Listen, if it's not paid content, we can just have fun, you know.
So I had the deluxe version, by the way, folks. If you get this, it does not come with the wooden stuff, but that's fine. It also comes with easels, which I don't often use because, I mean, they
Oh
don't-
wow,
yeah, you can like put the paintings
that's
up.
cool.
That's cool.
Beautiful.
I guess we could have done that and put them on the 3D camera.
The 3D camera. The glare.
All right, well, we got a few minutes left. We're running slightly behind schedule, so we're going to play like a really short game of Codenames if possible. All right, Roy, let's bring up all the Codenames. We're going to let people pick which one they want to see.
Or which combinations they want to see.
Do you want to mix two together?
It would be weird.
That's true.
It would be
Yeah,
weird.
why
I don't
not?
know that many
No
people.
denying that.
I know
Pick-
very many people do not have this one.
Okay, well, let's explain
Ooh, this
why.
one would be cool.
So we have Codenames Blizzard. This is not actually a published game. They made a small. This was a small in-house thing for the people who work for Blizzard. We also have normal Codenames. We have Simpson Codenames. There's two more.
Where? Are they hidden?
There's Cosmic Encounters Codenames.
I'm already Tracer.
Oh,
Huh.
there's the Disney one boxes up here.
Oh, they're over there then. Yeah, there's Disney Codenames. Is Marvel Codenames
Neato.
not up somewhere? Yeah, it is. It's over there in the thing. And Marvel Codenames.
Yeah, I'll just take the whole thing.
So you guys can pick two of them. We'll mix them together and play with them both. All right. Whichever one I see more people talking about, those are the two we'll play with. I'm gonna clean this up later.
that
Don't
lit?
Smash
have a
up
heart attack,
Codenames.
folks watching.
Do we need to kidnap Delicio back?
Well, I think Codenames. Yeah, we should grab
Yeah.
Delicia. Well,
Is
he
that
might
lid
be.
for this one, or?
It's somewhere
Oh.
in here. It was.
Simpson seems to be in the lead.
The Delicio factor has arrived.
Do you want me to run things or am I in?
No, we're all playing.
Oh, all right. Outstanding.
Did you just lie to my face, Chris? I don't see no Simpsons in the lead.
You don't see people saying Simpsons pretty frequently.
on right now?
Blizzard is
We are totally
Yes.
on.
All right. Well, I'll turn my
We're
microphone
on.
on then.
Blizzard is clearly winning.
They probably want to see the one. They probably want to see the one that doesn't actually exist.
Yeah, that makes
I'm
sense.
sure. And we need another chair.
All right, we'll do Blizzard and Simpsons.
Everyone across
Going
the
over
end.
here.
That's a great combination.
two people have been saying.
Oh,
Blizzard and
okay.
Simpsons. That'll be interesting.
So, Mike,
Yes.
which of these two is your jam?
I would say I'm closer.
Actually, I don't think.
How many players are we doing?
We'll just do 4, 2 on 2.
Do you want me to
2-on-2.
run, or I don't care? I run the
Do
thing.
I want you to run?
Look, I think I'm better at The Simpsons than I am at Blizzard. I am going to be a hot mess.
Well, if you want to run it over there, you can let Chris
Doesn't
jump in.
matter
It's
to
up
me.
to you.
You tell me what you want me to do.
I don't care.
It's more fun to watch you.
Oh, that's fantastic.
All right, guys.
Here we go.
Don't look at the corner too much. You might get seasick.
Ah,
I have had to move you. Your
Okay, we're going to use the
perspective has
picture sides
changed.
of these, so that way,
If you don't know who they are, we can still.
but we will use the
Oh, I should probably. There you go.
we will use the Simpsons of the
That's good.
for that stuff.
All right, camera set.
And I think if it's okay, just for the way that we're sitting, me and Jenny will be the clue givers.
Oh no! Too much pressure.
Well, hey, you shouldn't have sat next to me because this way we
All
can
right, Jenny.
we can put the card like this and look at it.
Listen,
Between the two of us.
I'm trying to tell you.
Unless
don't
you
fail
want,
me.
unless you want me
Don't
and Mike to be the clue
fail me.
givers.
Yeah, you two should be the clue givers.
Oh, Mike is appreciative.
Yeah.
I liked it the other way around. This is not going to go
But
well.
Mike, you may
I was
pick.
say being the clue
your
giver is the
partner.
best part. I don't know
Do you
why
want
you guys
Roy
are
to
all
yell at you
stressed
the whole
out.
time, or do you want
You
Jenny
want to
on your
switch
team?
spots and you want me to give clues and you can guess?
Yes.
Okay. You want me to?
Yes.
I love doing the clues.
Is the green screen on?
Yes.
I'm going to
Yeah,
go around
see?
it then.
You must have missed it because I was making characters dance the entire time.
All right.
'cause-
Oh, look at this is my good side. All right.
Hey, Tom, I'm back by the green screen.
Don't have a cow, man.
Yay! All right, we're going to use the
So-
picture side of these.
All right.
That way, there's more ways
Yeah.
to give clues for them. But I am not expecting. Roy, I'll let you pick your partner.
Look at the fear on his face.
Ginny, do you know anything about any of these things?
I do.
I don't
a
think
little bit.
Matt-
A little bit. I'm pretty.
I
I'm
really-
pretty Blizzard savvy.
I'm gonna go Ginny just so that way.
Tom, you
We can crush.
in a world of hurt.
We're using pictures for The Simpsons and words for Blizzard because the Blizzard has words on both sides. So what Blizzard does is it has word on one side that is. The word on the one side is the Blizzard word, and the other one is a word that is Blizzard but can be used for anything. Did I shuffle
I
these?
have no
very
idea what
well?
you're
There's-
talking about right there.
I'm not sure.
There were a whole lot of words strung together that were.
You know
Yeah,
what?
I
It's
don't-
because I'm putting things out. There's two words on the Blizzard card.
Uh-huh.
One is clearly Blizzard, like Winston.
Oh,
I don't know
right.
what that means. But the other one has to do with Blizzard, but a
could be-
But it could
non-Blizzard
be-
fan would understand.
Oh, that's good.
Maybe
okay.
I'll be Winston.
So, for example,
I'm already
Alliance.
Sure, that could be anything.
Well, actually, yeah, Inspire.
Yeah, I think Alliance is a more.
Yeah.
Isn't that a whole country?
The whole continent, Roy.
Is it both?
It is actually. Just like the United States. That's not correct.
Just like America.
America, you could say.
See, space or agent.
Everything's coming up, Millhouse.
I don't know a lot about the
Warlock.
Simpsons.
Is that the Blizzard side?
We're making a rule right now. You cannot say the word Simpsons or Blizzard as a clue.
Well,
Yeah,
that
makes
sense.
makes sense.
And you
Say,
cannot use the
Tom.
two colors, yellow or blue.
Can you say don't?
Are we agreed on that? No yellow,
we
no
will
blue.
be saying dough.
No Simpsons, no.
What about eat my shorts?
You know what?
Cowabunga.
No, if you wanted to be the clue giver,
No, I really
you
don't.
could have come over
Let
here.
me
Right, so
tell you
how are we
how much I
doing this?
don't wanna be the
Is this how is this grid? Is this grid based off of?
The grid is based off this way. So this one here is
Okay,
that.
perfect.
Okay?
You're first then.
I want to be the homers.
Well, you're first then, because this is yellow on the edges.
Well, you're Bart's.
Yeah. So that means you're first.
All right. I need to think here.
That means I think
is,
you have,
is
like,
Mike my
one more
partner?
thing.
Yeah, you're my partner. Yeah, you're my partner.
boy.
Do we need to explain this for the crowd at all?
No, we're going to give one-word clues, and Mike is going to try to. So, for example, if I wanted to get Mike to, I'll put out some more cards here. If I wanted Mike to guess some cards, let's say there was a picture of a giraffe and a dog, I might say animal 2, hoping that Mike will pick those two exact cards. Mike will pick cards one at a time, and as long as he picks correctly, let's say the word is spell, I would put this on to show that it was mine. If it's one of Roy's, we put one of Roy's on. There's also neutral ones. However, there's a deadly assassin one out there, and if Mike ever picks that one, we lose. Or if Jenny ever picks it when Roy's giving the clue, we lose. One of these will cause an instant loss, which was a question Chris asked earlier in this game.
Can't tell you how much I really hope the old-timey phone is the assassin.
I can't give out any information like that. I'm going to need to look at these just a little bit to make sure. Because if there's one thing I don't want to do is have Mike pick the assassin
I think it'd be
as
great
the
if
very
Mike picked
first
it.
card
I
he
think-
points at.
Oh man, that'd be beautiful.
You could try that
Pick
strategy.
random stuff, Mike.
That's my plan, Roy.
If he says
That's
if
how
he
I tend to play
says
Codenames.
1, then you should try and guess 2.
All right. I'm going to say...
What do you say?
Exotic 2.
Well, good luck with that.
Exotic 2.
Exotic 2.
Is there any way we could digitally zoom in? I don't... No.
There's a way in there, Roy.
Yes. Do you want me to go over there?
Doesn't
and fix
involve
it?
you standing on a table. I don't know if that
Exotic
want to do
2.
that.
No, I can do a little bit.
All right. I think for my first
Sorry.
guess...
I haven't known how to do this at all. It's over here.
I was really hoping there'd be a tiger out here for Joe Exotic. All right, I'm going to go with... Oh, do I wait till we... Oh. Look at that. Computer magic. All right. I'm going to, for my first guess, I'm going to guess... Yeah, baby. All right, Exotic.
Also, Mike is allowed to stop guessing if he doesn't know anymore.
Well, and he might. I don't want to... Exotic. Wow. You know what? I'm going to take a risk here, Tom. That's what you love to hear, isn't it? Yes!
Nice.
Also, we're not allowed to say, like, let's say those were the exact 2 for my clue. They might be, they might not be. I'm not allowed to say that.
Right.
Or, like, oh,
Woo,
lucky.
it worked.
I can't
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that type of thing. Even though I've seen many people do that.
Chris Yee.
About
Called out.
death.
Called out.
Death 2.
Death 2. Okay.
Oh, gee, that's pretty much all of these, isn't it?
Well, okay. Well, I think pretty clearly this one. And also, I'm thinking, let me just make sure I read all these words. Okay, that one.
They fight and fight
I
and
realize
fight,
something
fight,
was
fight, fight,
super
fight.
risky.
That was very risky because there's another
For a
itchy and
moment.
scratchy card out there.
All right.
Also, if there's leftover things, you have an extra bonus guess if there's like leftover stuff. So you can always do bonus guesses or whatever after you've picked the 2.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
You could keep going, but then you're just randomly
There's
guessing.
nothing.
You're
There's
just
nothing. There's nothing that you've missed from previous rounds at this point. So, and of course, if you pick the wrong thing,
You lose.
and you can also pick the opponent's thing. So.
Fine. Wizard 2.
Okay. We'll go here.
Interesting.
Oh, Tom. I might stop, but I don't.
Surely neither one of those is the assassin.
I need something like better.
We're doing okay, Mike.
We're doing all right so
okay.
far.
I'm feeling good. I hate having to have a 1 clue.
I know.
But I've done
Yeah.
it before because
Sometimes you get too risky.
Man, I need a better thing here.
got it.
Don't forget it now.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, I'm going to do. Microchip 2.
Microchip 2? Oh dear.
Interesting.
Oh dear. Okay,
Interesting.
well, silicon. Silicon. Okay, microchip 2. I feel like microchip 2. I'm a little bit torn. Between microchip.
And the rule is the number they say, you have to pick that many. So, like, if you say like a number, they have to pick that many things. So, if you said 3 of something, they would have to pick 3 things.
No,
if-
they don't
if
have to
were
stop. I
correct.
thought you could stop.
If you got 2 correct, you can't stop.
Oh, you have to?
You have
You
to.
can't hold over, huh?
Wait, what? I thought you said.
I'm gonna check the.
No, you have to keep going until you get something wrong. That's the way it is in normal code names, at least. Because I can
No,
force...
teams can stop guessing at any time.
Really?
Yeah.
That seems
I'm going to
weird.
stop them because I'm not sure.
I think they might have changed that rule since the beginning.
Oh my word! I played this game before it was published. All right, you ready?
Well, yeah.
Tom's got a perfect clue.
Screen with an N at the end. Screen 2.
Okay. Screen 2. Here. Oh.
Yeah.
That's good. That was a good clue.
Or he's gonna say something. 6.
I would love to.
I'm always amazed when people can do that, and
Right.
I bow to people are like, oh, I did a 6-word clue. I'm thinking, oh, once I did a 3-word. I was very impressed with
Yeah,
myself.
3 is the limit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say. I don't know how this works. I'm gonna say. Flying 2.
Flying 2. Okay. Flying 2. Swarm.
That's just nothing. So that ends this.
Okay, well that helps me because I think I know what Roy was going for there.
Ooh, good idea. Use the.
Yeah.
I mean that's.
Am I
your guess.
missing? Am I missing one?
Yeah.
Oh no, there's an. Oh, that's it. Right, this is mine. I have to. We have to. I have
Right,
to do
'cause you
next.
started
I got
first.
these 3 more. That's right.
There's that snickering going on over there.
Worship 2.
Worship 2. Okay. Here. Worship. Now this is tricky. I want to see what you might be thinking for the next one. Worship. Man, it's not, I don't think it's those two because I think that's what he was going for flying. Worship. Oh, man, Tom, I'm really not wanting to take a huge risk here at this point. I think I'll stop there. Sorry. Hey, look, I mean.
No, I'm sorry. I meant to roll my eyes harder than that.
All right. All right.
All right, Roy.
I'm gonna say. Object 2.
Object 2. Okay. Object 2. Phone. And I'm gonna go space.
Sure. And you can have
That's
a
from
bonus
before.
guess.
And I'm gonna go duff.
Wait, why do you get a bonus guess?
You always get a bonus guess.
You can always keep going.
Yeah, you can always keep going.
one more time, based off previous stuff.
This isn't a candidate made up rule.
Gotcha.
That's the actual rule.
All right.
So you're down to 2?
Yeah.
come on,
I
Mike.
also had 2.
All right, Tom, we're going to give it a shot. I'm going to guess something regardless. I just want you to know
Oh,
that.
thank you.
Yeah, well, at this point.
Look, we're one good clue away, Tom, from winning the
Suit 2.
Okay. Go here.
Oh man, I feel like I helped you out by getting rid of that.
Suit 2. Oh, kidding me? Can I still guess?
No, because you got one wrong.
Because you got one wrong. I'm gonna say bully 1.
Okay, well.
And you have a bonus guess.
Oh,
if you wanna
right.
Guess something.
Okay.
Come on. Guess the. Come on. The assassin.
Wand.
Alien 1.
Yeah.
That was close.
That was my other one for worship.
Why?
Because they're
that-
like worshipers.
I know.
They came
I
and
know,
took over the
guess
whole
that's true.
world.
They do
I know
say
the
that.
wand was bad for object, but
Was it wall?
Yeah.
So the reason I didn't care
I wasn't
here,
sure which one it was.
I knew it
'Cause
could have
it
been
was
either one
neutral,
because it was
yeah.
neutral, and if
Yeah.
it had been wrong, then you would have got this one on a
The
future
next
turn.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
So flying was this and this, right?
Oh yeah. What was your microchip?
Fly
one?
was a
These
dude with
two.
with that.
These
It was
two.
it was silicon in the phone. Even
There's
though
no
that-
microchips in that
I
phone.
understand.
I was
But
like, I
needed
couldn't
two
figure
of
it out.
something.
Which
I
one
needed
was
two of
the
something.
assassin? Was it Bart?
Yes, Bart was the assassin.
Oh,
I was
nice.
like, I can't say anything that
I
might
almost
even make
pointed
Mike
to
think
him
of a
and said he
tattoo.
looks like the assassin.
Exactly right.
That's true. He does look like
Yeah,
if
he's
you're
like-
picking
You
the
can
card.
actually, you can actually say like 0 and then a thing.
Why would you do that?
But to know
To, like,
do
eliminate-
anything else, you can like do a pick, but you can do anything else except for that thing.
Yeah, I get that.
But you're going to be then shooting in the dark for things.
Yeah, this I was doing a space suit, but I didn't. I thought you might pick that guy, but
Yeah, this
again,
is
I
kinda
don't
gun
care.
jacket,
I don't care
yeah.
if you pick neutrals, as long as you don't pick Roy's or the other one.
Right, exactly.
Unfortunately, folks, we have to stop here. I'd like to play more, but we still have some videos left for you. I think we have 3 videos or something like
Like
that.
a top 10 heavy games, maybe?
Yes.
Wait a minute, Roy. That's outrageous.
So this is from some of our contributors. We'll be back tomorrow morning with Board Game Breakfast. We're going to be playing. There's going to be Dice Throne Adventures tomorrow, and there's going to be. We're playing my Custom Faces game, so
Oh,
that'd be
boy.
entertaining.
Snap.
And the big thing tomorrow is at the very end of the day or end of the afternoon, but it will end today. Will be our top 10 games everyone should play at least once.
Woo!
And one of those is, or is it? I don't know. Figure it out tomorrow. All right, we'll see you all tomorrow. I'm Tom Vassell,
I'm Roy Candidate.
I'm Mike Felicio.
Jenny St. Arnold.
and here's our contributors. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Thanks, Jenny.
Bye.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of
What Game Will I Play
Tonight? Yes, this is the show where we take one lucky contestant and give them 3 options of games that they can play tonight. Let's meet our contestant.
Hey yo, I'm Greg. Normally I'm a heavy thematic player, like rolling some dice, killing some stuff, that kind of thing. But today, I'm looking to mix things up a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh, I like it. Let's meet our games. First, we have game number 1, Castles of Burgundy.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah, I'm easy to get to know, but harder to win over. And, well, my friends, they say I'm pretty hexy.
All right, then, let's meet game number 2, Patchwork.
I'm just so glad to be here. I'm Patchwork, and I love snuggling and cuddling and making things to snuggle and cuddle with. Thank you so much for having me again.
Interesting. Okay, let's meet our third and final game. It's Orchard.
Hi, hello. This is a lovely fancy place you have here. And I am just so happy to be here with you. And with you. And I hope we can all learn to work together.
And there are your 3 games to choose from, Greg. You get to ask them all 3 questions. What is your first question?
Now it says here, I'm supposed to ask you a question. It says, what would an ideal evening with me look like? Let's start with you, Castles of Burgundy.
Well, I'd love to go for a walk with you in the French countryside. Maybe we'll fill in a map of all the places we go. We can go for a boat ride. Maybe we'll pet some animals. And maybe to wrap up the night, we'll go to church.
Nice. How about you, Patchwork?
Well, I think a perfect evening would be you, me, and a blanket. If you catch my meaning, we'd be making a blanket together. Nothing brings 2 players, people together like making a blanket.
Okay. That's a little forward for my taste, but how about you, Orchard?
The perfect evening for me would be a long walk, and I would pack lots of snacks for all the kids in case they get hungry, and we could chase off those pesky ravens if we saw any.
Whoa, kids, we just met, I'm not ready for all that commitment.
Sounds like you have some pretty wild options ahead of you, Greg. Let's get to your second question.
You can learn a lot about a person by their favorite color. So tell me your favorite color. How about you? Let's go Orchard this time.
My favorite color. Well, I actually love all of them. The best are primary, blue, red, and yellow. Green is secondary, but I like that one too. They make me so happy.
All right, classic primaries. I like that. I know those ones. And that green one, that's a sneaky one. All right, how about yous? Castles of Burgundy.
My favorite, without a doubt, is beige. I love beige.
You said beige? Like a tan color or something?
That's the one, but if that's not your thing, I do like green too, especially varying shades of green that under certain light look exactly the same. But depending on how our night goes, maybe I'll even show you my little gray.
That's weird. I thought for sure you was going to say burgundy.
Why does everyone say that? You cannot judge a book by its cover or its title.
Okay, Patrick, how about you?
Oh, well, my favorite color is really all of them. If they can be printed on a fabric, which they all can, I like them. You see, where I'm really particular is buttons. They must be blue. I like all blankets, but buttons must be blue.
Okay, there's some food for thought for you, Greg. And now it's time for your last question.
Us gamers like our stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, tell me what your favorite possession is. Let's start with you, Patchwork.
Well, when it comes to possessions, I don't really have that many possessions. A new quilt pattern. I love making some quilts.
Okay. How about you, Orchard? What's your favorite possession?
My most prized possession is this basket. Look how big it is. It can carry so much fruit. Maybe you could carry it for me sometime?
All right, baskets. Who doesn't like a good basket? You know what I'm saying? All right. How about you, Cassis of Burgundy?
Land. Undeveloped land.
Well, there you have it, Greg. Which lucky game is going to be on your table this game night?
Listen, you all gave me some really good choices. You know, we talked about fabrics, we talked about colors and kids. Whoa. And land. Who doesn't like some land? You know what I'm saying? But listen, in the end, I think I'm going to go back and play some Gloomhaven tonight. Gloomhaven! Gotta kill some orcs.
Are you kidding me, Greg? We screen you guys. You promise us that you're ready for something new. We give you an 87-question questionnaire. And this is what you give us? I quit. I quit. All you games are welcome to come home with me. I promise that we'll have a good game night. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.
I'm all about the group effort, so sounds fun to me.
Oh, I can bring the blankets in case it gets chilly.
Do you like pretzels? I like pretzels. And I hear nowadays you can get your hands upon some without salt.
Whoa. Dodged a bullet with that one, you know what I'm saying?
Howdy folks, I'm Hunter and this is Rebecca. We're with the Family Showdown and today we're presenting our top 10 heavy board games. So when we're making this list, we kind of got in discussion, what's a heavy board game? And we come to realize everyone's opinion of what a heavy board game is very different. So you're going to see a little bit difference between our list, and obviously it'll be different from what you consider a heavy board game.
But hopefully give you some good ideas on some good heavy board games to play.
True, true.
Number 10.
Number 10 is Food Chain Magnate.
Good one.
This is a splatter game. If you don't know what a splatter game is, imagine a very complex, heavy game with low production value. I joke. But it's not. It's definitely not a looker, but I love this game. It's all about running a restaurant business. You're filling out your staff. You're going out and doing marketing. You're trying to get people to come to your restaurant and eat your food at the highest prices while not letting the people go to other people's restaurants to eat their food. Kind of really cutthroat, kind of repetitive game, but a lot of fun. Food Chain Magnate.
I think you underrated the cutthroat part.
It is
very cutthroat.
It is kind of a mean game. Definitely not what I consider. A lot of people would call it a Euro, but it's too brutal for a Euro game, in my opinion.
The nice thing is you can get upgraded bits and stuff to make it a little more of a looker too. Though,
you can.
There's options. My number 10 is an underrated little gem that it seems like it has flown under the radar quite a bit, and that is Leaving Earth. This is a game where you get to be a rocket scientist without having to do all of the rocket science math. There is a lot of math in this game, but it's all basic, simple math as you're trying to calculate all of the thrust needed for the weight for your payload to get it launched, either whether you're going to put it into orbit or take it to the moon or beyond. It's got a bunch of different expansions for this game as well, so you can study and fly to different parts of the solar system and whatnot. Really interesting, intriguing game that really immerses you into the whole science behind what we actually are doing in the space program. Pretty cool. Leaving Earth.
Under the radar.
Under the radar.
I like it.
Number 9.
My number nine is Tricarian Lords of Illusion. So this is a really fun, heavy Euro game where you're doing worker placement type things. You're gathering all the components you need to perform tricks. You're building out a staff to help you do that. You're going to go out to the concert hall or the venue to perform the best trick and try to outdo everyone else. to get the most victory points. And it's a really cool game. I personally think it's very thematic. But someone thinks that you can't do tricks with glass and rocks and wood. So
I know they had to simplify the resources for this, but I'm like, I got some glass and a stick. I just thought it was funny. I don't know. It's a good game. It's a good game.
Your trick.
I get it, but anyway. I get it. My number 9. Less about magic, more about ninjas. In Yido, you get to go and run around as a ninja, and you've got to accomplish a bunch of different missions of varying degrees of difficulty, from stealing somebody's slippers to assassinating the emperor himself. You're running around on a very tight worker placement board where you have to acquire different resources that are basically ingredients to help you accomplish these different missions, and you're also limited by how much you can carry with you and whatnot to do these missions, so it's really difficult to kind of prioritize what you need to do. Meanwhile, you're sneaking into worker placement places in front of other ninjas, hopefully. Really, really interesting game. Love the mechanism and just the intrigue behind all of it, and that's Yido.
Yeah, this one this one's a little mean too, because there's a mechanism in the game where
the night watch.
The guards are going around, and if they stop at a certain spot in the city, the worker placement slots don't fire off, and there's ways to manipulate that. And it can even be more brutal with certain types of cards in the event deck, but you can take some of those out and make it a little more friendly. So it's got some balance there.
Number 8.
My number 8 is Arkwright.
Ooh.
So if you were to open up a dictionary of board games and look up heavy game, you're going to see a picture of Arkwright, because it is a massively heavy game. Great Yuri game. You're building out your industry, but it teaches you all these things. In fact, I say all the time that this should be part of an economics 101 class, because it teaches you supply and demand and marketing and worker shortages and work unemployment, all sorts of craziness. Obsolescence of equipment. It's a really cool game. There's a lot going on. It's a brutal game to teach, but it does help you out a little bit. The designer of the game made 2 versions of the game, a lighter version to kind of ease you into the craziness, and then the full-blown, massive, heavy game. I enjoy both versions of the game, but it's a crazy, hard game to teach and a lot to learn. But I personally think it's really rewarding, because it feels like you accomplish so much as you pass through the flow of the game.
Yeah, it was like this close to being too heavy a game for me. It just brain oozes right out the ear, right? But at the same time, you get addicted to trying to get you're like, I'm going to make this little factory go. Right, it's really interesting, shockingly interesting how, like you said, all the economics, because that's not normally something I would be interested in, but you just get hooked on trying to get, things accomplished in that game. Pretty cool. So, all right, my number 8, also heavy, and that is The Colonists. This one is, again, you've got your own little player board plus the main area, and you're working through 4 different eras, and each time it starts out with the first era, and it's the simplest era, because it's going through a series of different time frames. So we're going from, like the Bronze Age and on, and that kind of stuff, right? And you got worker placement, tile placement, and you're working around and trying to build up your area, all these resource management, all this crazy stuff, and then you go on to the next era and they add more stuff into it, and each time it gets a little bit more complicated. It's fascinating of a game, because it's so heavy to begin with, but then they kind of feed you more and more, so it just becomes easier and easier to understand how the game works while it's getting more difficult, if that makes any sense. It's fascinating me. But then, like we've discussed before, it's a really neat idea too, is that it's in 4 phases. So you could play just Era 1 and call it a day, or you could play Era 1 and 2, or you could play the whole thing and just go into a marathon gaming session with this big monster game of The Colonists.
Yeah, we've played pieces and parts of it. Sometime I want to sit down and make a day of it and play the whole thing. But you're talking 6-8 hours. It's truly an epic game. It actually, on the cover of the game, it says the epic strategy game, and it is an epic game if you played everything all the way through. And we've only played pieces and parts at a time.
Not all through.
Not all the way through. Someday we'll do all the way through.
Number 7.
So my number seven is the first and probably not the last Lacerda game on our list, and that is Venos. So Venos is, if you played Viticulture, imagine that and just add bunches and bunches of other things you can do on top of it.
Turn it up to 11.
So in this game, you're going out, you're building vineyards, you're hiring workers to run your vineyards, you're producing wine, you're taking that wine and you have a choice. You can export it, or you can send it to local businesses to sell there, or you can keep your best, your favorite, your nicest looking wine, go to a show that off and get all kinds of benefits and points for that. Has weather, has all kinds of things going on. But what's cool and kind of flows through all the different Lacerda games is it's a bear to teach, it's a bear to learn. But once you get going, it's fairly simplistic in how the actions take place, because in Venos, you have a 3x3 grid and you're just moving a worker around, picking what action you want to take each turn, and you take that action. But the depth of the game is just what makes it super, super heavy.
Yeah, I don't envy you teaching me this game. I don't know how you like simplify it down into the bits and pieces, but like you said, it's just so neat when it boils down to, well, this is what the turn is, and you can put it on a little checklist.
Right.
And then it just spiders out from there. It's amazing. Love it. My number 7 goes Through the Ages in a very cryptically named game called Through the Ages. Yes, this game is a classic for a lot of people. It reminds me and a lot of other people as if you were playing Sid Meier's Civilization on the computer back in the day. You remember that game? It takes you through all the eras from very, very long ago, BC to, modern day times, and you have the leaders marching through time, and it's just got a conveyor belt of cards that you go through, and that sounds simple, except that meanwhile, every turn you've got your player board with your civilization that you're going through and balancing out, your population with the morale and their resources and their government and their culture, and you name it, it covers it, and you can play it with military, without military. It's all that in a bag of chips. It's an amazing game, which also happens to come with a really amazing app. Instead, now a lot of people don't like to mess with all the bits on the board, and you can play it as an app, which I know you've played it a lot on the app and absolutely loved it. In fact, it took you a while to get back to the board game because you like the app so much.
I could play. You can use. I usually knock out a full blown Through the Ages game in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's insane. Which you can't do.
It's an impossibility with the board game.
You can't do with the board game, but it's still worth it. I really like pulling out the board game and actually messing with the pieces. It's fantastic. Heavy game though.
Yeah, this reminded me. You talking about it reminded me of we actually did a Blender skit. Remember Blender? Blender was a great thing. We did a Blender skit back in the day, and we made fun of the choices that, like the turn order in this game. The turn orders alone of all the steps you go through to take a turn. We did actually a Star Wars scroll of all the different things you take. So. This one's probably one of my hardest games to teach new players is this game. It is a bear to teach. There's just so many choices, so much going on.
Well, and everything has a repercussion.
Right.
So, if you do this, well, there's a consequence somewhere else with your population somehow, way, shape, or form. So there's so much that you have to think about before you even take that action, because once you start that snowball down the hill, it just keeps accumulating. Yeah. It's amazing. So, really, really good game, though, Through the Ages.
Number 6.
All right, my number 6. You remember the Wayback Time of my last choice of Venos. It was a Lacerda game. Well, here's another Lacerda game.
Really?
This one I like slightly more, and that is On Mars.
Of course.
So On Mars is just an awesome game. It's very thematic. I think Lacerda makes some of the most thematic heavy games there is. So in this game, you're basically colonizing Mars, and what's kind of the gimmick, what's kind of cool about this game is there's 2 completely separate worker placement spots. There's one up in the space station orbiting the planet, another down on the planet. So you're taking certain actions in this part. You're doing planning and organizing up here. Down on the planet, you're actually building buildings and driving your little rover around and your little robot, picking up stuff and building buildings. And you have a choice. There's a shuttle that's kind of going between those spots, and you can kind of ride along the shuttle and get all these benefits. Or if you have a lot to do on the planet, you can just stay down there, forego some benefits to be able to continue to take actions in that same area. Super thematic. The workers actually people just kind of work together some on this to build buildings, and how they orient to each other helps each other. You can use each other's research. It's a really, really cool, really great game.
I liked how that thematic action kind of did lend itself for this game too, because you're right, we shared some of the technology and worked together like a lot of the space program stuff does, but at the same time we still have our own agendas, and obviously we're still competing for the victory. But it's a lot of fun. It's an amazing game. It's a really good game. My number 6 takes us back to Earth and back in time to Egypt. This time I'm talking about Tekhenu. Talk about a game with a gimmick. And you don't usually see that with heavy Euros, right? But this one, right in the middle of the board, you have a giant obelisk, and it turns and shines or reflects the light, or however you want to look at this, and tells you what time of day it is in certain areas on your board where you're moving your workers around. And depending on whether it's day or night determines the type of resources that are valuable and can be worked in those areas. So a lot of these areas have 2 or 3 different time frames that you can do different things at each spot. The worker placement movement in this is incredibly tight. There's a time frame for building a lot of different things. Some of the things have multi-purpose use, which is crazy. And again, it all kind of hovers around this central feature of the obelisk and how that's going to operate, and that just determines how your move is going, each turn is going to play out. I really enjoy this game. It's another heavy one with tight worker placement, though. Awesome game. I love Tekhenu.
I think you like this one so much because it reminds you of Trajan. If you play Trajan, it has all these mini games going on. There's like I think 6 different sections of the board, and there's stuff you do in each one of those different sections that are kind of different, but they interact with each other in very interesting ways. It's dice drafting. It's got a lot of cool mechanisms going on. I like that one. That's a good one.
It is good.
Number 5.
So my number 5, if we were to sit down and say, hey, let's play a heavy game, the first one we would agree on, I'm pretty sure, would be Anachrony. Love Anachrony. It's a heavy worker placement game. You have a capital city that's all, I don't know, radiated or
irradiated. Yeah, it's gonna mess up.
Something bad going on there, and so you have to actually jump in some mechs and drive your little mechs out to the city, capital city, to take those worker placement spots. And some of the things you can do in the city is build buildings, and those buildings you get resources and stuff to build buildings in your own area, and it's safe to do things there, so you don't need a mech. So it's a balance of using mechs to go out to do actions in the capital city to build up your area where you can take actions without using your mechs. All in preparation for this big asteroid or comet or something that's going to come crashing down to the planet. So each different faction has a goal they have to accomplish to get off the planet before that happens. But the gimmick, there's always a gimmick. The gimmick is there's time travel in the game, and it's represented by, I need to build this building, but I don't have the resources I need. I'll just borrow from the future. I'll have future me send me those resources. I'll use them now, but in the future I have to do that. I have to send those resources back, or all kinds of paradoxes and anomalies happen if you don't do that. Really cool mechanism. I love this game. Anachrony.
I think future you should tell you to find another place to live before you move to that place. I'm just saying.
That's probably
it's a
true.
Rough place
probably
to live.
Probably true.
That's such a good game, though. All right, so my number 5 is a classic, I think, nowadays, for a lot of people that enjoy these heavier games. Although you don't seem to think of this as a heavier game anymore because you like these crazy heavy games. But this is Scythe we're talking about here. That's really a heavy game. And what I love about this one is the asynchronous player powers and player boards. Everybody's player board is slightly different. I love that. Plus, of course, with the beautiful production of this game, everybody's got different colored and different shaped pieces and different things, right? But the whole heart of this, you've got your player board and it's got a little engine builder on it and you're moving your bits. So as you accomplish different things, you're taking pieces off and it uncovers some benefits for you or makes things cheaper, and you can use it in different parts of your board to make it easier for you to accomplish other goals. And this sort of starts to snowball and get your engine moving. Meanwhile, you're trying to place these... you want to accomplish different things and be able to place these stars, which are telling you you've accomplished certain things in the game, and it's kind of a race in a way to accomplish the most things and get done. And on the board, you've got all these different resources, so it's sort of area control, but you don't necessarily have to fight for area control. Depends on who you're playing with and how they want to get stuff and how friendly everybody's feeling at the moment. It's a really neat game with a really wide variety of play. There's also multiple really good expansions for this. There's a campaign that you can do with this. There's so much content for this game. I think it's around to stay for a long, long time.
Yeah, at first glance, I wouldn't call this super heavy, but when you think about it, every faction's a little bit different.
Yep.
Other mechs work differently. There's a lot of different rules. There's a lot of different actions. There's the thing going on in the center of the board where you're trying to go and get a superpower in the middle of the board. There's events, encounters that happen. There's a lot going on.
Number 4.
My number four, there has to be an 18xx game on this list. My personal list would not be complete without an 18xx game.
True.
And my favorite 18xx game is 18 Chesapeake. So this one, if you're not familiar with 18xx games, it's a train/stock game. You're basically building these different train companies. You're buying and selling stock in those companies. And you're also, at the same time, building tracks and routes out on the board to run trains and collect money for doing that. And you're trying to accumulate as much money as you can, not in the companies, in your own personal money. So you're getting money from dividends and from stocks and things like that. This one I would consider the welcoming game for 18xx. If I was to tell someone, hey, if someone asked me what 18xx game do I need to play, this would be my first choice. And at the same time, it's my favorite because it is so smooth. It's easy to teach comparatively to other 18xx games. It doesn't have as much going on, but I like that. It's more of a casual, what I would consider a casual 18xx game where it's not a lot of tension and a lot of really watching what everyone's doing and things like that. It's kind of more friendly and not as punishing as some of the other 18xx games.
I like that. The super heavy game that you call a casual game. That would be the closest to qualifying.
I said
as
a casual 18xx game.
That's as close to casual as you can get with 18xx though, for real. I like that. That's a good way to describe it. It's a good game. My number 4, I think, kicks it up a notch from the one I was talking about previously, because now I'm going to jump into the realm of Lacerda games. And I'm going to tell you about one of my favorites, which is CO2. Now, again, Lacerda I don't know how he does such a good job imbuing like a really good theme into such heavy Euros. But again, this plays completely differently than the other games that you were talking about. And what you're doing with this one is you're trying to control CO2 emissions on the planet. And at the same time, all the different countries in the world are still belching out the CO2, so it's not like time has stopped and you're just cleaning up the pieces. No, it is actively happening. It's kind of a real life, symbol for what we're trying to do right now, right? With cleaning up the emissions and everything, and you're going around to the different continents and trying to clean up your act and get that, but also to get ahead of it. And it is incredibly tough, and you're planning together, and it's semi-cooperative. You can play it. There's a couple different ways you can play this. You can play it fully cooperative, or you can play it semi-cooperatively, which is like how we usually play it.
Right.
Well, you still have a winner, but at the same time, you have to work together at least a little bit, or the planet's gonna catch up and get you.
Right.
Nature is not your friend in this one.
Right.
So it's just amazing, and the art, everything with this is just absolutely beautiful. It's just, his games are really stunning too. Who's that? O'Toole, I think, is the artist for his games. They're really neat. And again, they look unique and very different. And this one is no different from the games that you were describing. It's another heavy one. This one was strangely addictive to me, just trying to figure out, it's like a logic puzzle. How are we going to figure out where to go next? Because you have to choose and very strategically choose where you're going to go, because it's difficult to jump from continent to continent to work on these things. Really neat, heavy game.
Yeah, this one really keeps, like you said, keeps you on your toes. You got to keep up with the game, because if you focus in on what you're doing and try to maximize how you're playing the game, you're going to end up game's going to win.
Yep.
The cooperative version though is not that way. You actually want to do whatever is best for the planet. But if you're playing the competitive version, it's a balance, and you really have to stop and say, okay, we're about to lose. What are we going to do to make this work, right? And it's very interesting in a competitive game where you have to take that step back and work together. I kind of like that.
I think some world leaders need to be playing this, because I feel like this one's it's a little close to home, if you know what I'm saying. It's pretty impressive.
That is true.
It's pretty interesting game.
Number 3.
All right, let's move from 18XX to Epic. I'm talking Epic. Remember the Colonists when we talked about the 4 eras is like an epic strategy game, like a epic Euro game of 8 hours. Well, here is the same, but we're attacking each other in space with Twilight Imperium 4th edition. This one is it's crazy. It's an epic game. It's a day. You make a day of this one. You actually set aside, order some lunch.
Maybe dinner too.
Maybe dinner too.
Breakfast.
So this one is it's interesting. It takes the if you've played a game like Race for the Galaxy or Puerto Rico, it takes that same action selection mechanism where there's a series of different actions you can take. You're going to choose one of those actions. You're going to get to do an action that's kind of a little cooler than everyone else, but everyone else can kind of follow the leader and take that same action. So you're always engaged. You're always interested in what people are doing and what choices they're making because you can follow that. You also got to be aware that they might be coming over to attack you, so you got to watch what's going on. So for a super long game, you're always kind of engaged in what everyone's doing. And in fact, in 4th edition, at the middle of the game, there's kind of an added little thing that happens where you start voting on laws and making decisions, and you're having discussions around the table. For a long attacking where you're attacking each other game, this one is super engaging. That's what I like about it. That's why it's one of my all-time favorite games, is because that that engagement. A lot of times when things are going on in big games like that, you can wander off and go get a snack and whatever because it's going to be a while before it comes around to you or whatever. This one you're always on, and those however long 6-8 hours or however long this game runs for you. It's gone. You're like, the game's over? When did that happen?
Yeah.
It's the shortest 8 hours you'll ever live in your life.
It really is. It's shocking because you don't realize how much time is passing, but you're right, because some of those games where there's a long turn in between, I can crochet a blanket or something in between, right? This one, you really are engaged the whole time, which is so crazy. The only time you might disengage is if someone's having an immediate battle and you're not part of it.
Right.
But you still want to know what the outcome is.
Right.
It's just amazing. And I actually feel tired after playing this because you're so on the whole time.
I don't disagree with that.
It's pretty awesome. If you want a full-on engaged game, that is the winner for sure. So my number 3 takes it a little more inward and into a more basic Euro in format, going into the realm of Stefan Feld. You actually mentioned it a little bit earlier, and it's my favorite and probably one of his very heaviest, and that is Trajan. This is, boy, when we talk about Stefan Feld, we talk about point salad. This is about as point salady as you can get. We got salady goodness, and I don't mean Caesar salad.
Oh.
It is.
What just happened?
There's a whole bunch of mini games that you have to do, because, I mean, you're the emperor, right? And you're juggling all of these things, trying to control this massively huge empire. So you've got, a little mini game of a map with area control over here, and you got this thing where you're vying for popularity in the Senate over here, and you're managing some resources over there, all the while, and you're playing around with this really cool rondelle thing that's helping you with your actions, and you have different colored little hexagonal cube things that you're moving around, and wherever you land kind of helps you what color cube and stuff they can help you with the combos to get different benefits and all these different things. And meanwhile, depending on how many cubes you use to move around, time is passing as well. So you got this kind of a ticking clock in the background of everyone's mind as you're playing. And it's one of those that's also incredibly well scaled. Feld is really good at scaling his games, whether it's 2, 3, 4 players. They all are paced beautifully. And there's not any weird variants for his games at 2 players. So we really like a lot of his games. And this one scales fantastically. It's one of our go-to 2-player games if we want a heavy game. Really cool game. If you want some point salady goodness, you want a good, heavy, crunchy game, go for Trajan.
Yeah, I find it interesting. You kind of mentioned it, that rondelle. Each player has their own little rondelle.
We have our own. It's
cool. All these different little bits on it. And it's just a puzzle. It's like, okay, if I pick up my things here and you drop them off Mancala style.
Yeah.
And you're moving around and you're like, okay, if I pick up this group and I move over here, but I don't want that action, so maybe I'll pick up this group. And so you're constantly doing this like puzzle and you're bored, and I find that really
cool.
interesting. I'm usually not big on like puzzle type games, but for whatever reason that one's really engages me and makes my mind.
Well, that's just to get your turn started.
I know, but I want to do this action, but I want this bonus. So how am I manipulating these pieces to do that? It reminds me a little bit of 5 Tribes in that way.
Yes.
You're trying to figure out how how you want to do what action you're going to do by picking up different groups of things. It's a cool one. That's a good one.
Number 2.
So let's move on to my number 2. My number 2. Remember way back, like the 18 Chesapeake, the 18XX game? So this is an 18XX game without trains and tracks, but you have all the other things. You're running a business, you're collecting money, you're trying to make money. It makes it into a heavy worker placement game. City of the Big Shoulders. So City of the Big Shoulders is an awesome worker placement game. It's really got all kinds of things going on. You're running a business and all the things that go into that. It reminds me a little bit of Arkwright and how you're running the business. You're putting out workers. You're trying to automate different things. You're trying to get benefits that way. But the gimmick, there's always a gimmick. The gimmick is the worker placement spots start very limited early in the game. And you actually draft worker placement spots. I don't know if I've seen this before, but you should get a hand of little worker placement spots, and you're deciding which ones to put out on the board. And as time goes by, you're getting more and more spots, more powerful places to go. And what's cool is the one you pick, you usually get a benefit if someone goes to your spot. So not only you want to pick something that's cool for you, you want to pick something that's cool for everyone else. So if you played a game like Words of Waterdeep where you're building those buildings and you're getting benefits when people go to your spots, it has a kind of a similar mechanism where you're building out the game. Really cool. Got the same way. It's got supply and demand going on. You're building your business. You're trying to get all that money from your business into your hands because you want to make the most money you can. Really cool. Super fun game. But it is a heavy game.
Super heavy game. But one thing that I liked about this is this was my kind of intro into the 18XX world. Helped me get into mind how to handle your corporation money versus your own money. And it kind of kept it straight for me so that when I went into and started playing 18XX games, I already understood that part of the game. It made it a lot easier to understand how 18XX games work. So this is like great welcoming into that heavy economic style game. It's fantastic for that. But it's still heavy on its own, so I don't want to say it's welcoming game, but
no.
Welcoming to more heavier games.
Heavy games.
Heavy games.
But it's true. You make a good point. That is kind of a foreign concept to someone who hasn't played the style of games.
Yeah, I never had.
You want to build up your company. You want to make as much money as you can, but that does you absolutely no good.
Yeah,
you got to filter that money out and get it into your own personal money. You got company money, personal money. So that's true. That's good.
Yep. All right. My number 2 has actually been mentioned before. We have a crossover.
What?
It is, as you said, one of our go-to games, and that is Anachrony. I won't repeat too much here because you pretty much covered it all. But yes, there's a lot going on in that game. You're in a place that increasingly is getting worse and worse to live at. So it's time to move, and time to move quickly. You kind of have a time frame before your world blows up and ends. And you want to beat everyone else out because apparently there's one escape pod. Who designed this? But I'm just saying you want to beat the other players to get to that exit pod and get out of there before the asteroid hits.
Get a lot more benefits for being the quicker one out. And if you don't make it out in time, well, guess what? You lose. You don't score.
You just don't score at all.
You don't score your points.
It's like Old Maid, man. You got the Old Maid card. Just saying. It's pretty rough. But yeah, it's...
I think you're the first person ever to introduce Old Maid into a description of a heavy Euro game.
There you go.
That's amazing.
I'm pioneer.
That is pretty amazing. Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, this, like I said, this is the one that, like I said, if we're going to sit down and play a heavy game and we're just picking one at random.
Fun theme, too.
This is the one that we're probably going to pick.
Yeah, super fun theme. I love it.
So we're on to our number ones. Ooh. So exciting.
Number 1.
What could be my number 1? Nothing more than my favorite game of all time.
What would that be?
And that is War of the Ring, 2nd edition. Love War of the Ring. This game is so amazing. In my opinion, the best game ever made. That's just my personal opinion. So War of the Ring is Lord of the Rings. If you've read the Lord of the Rings trilogy, you may have heard of it before. If you've read that trilogy, this is that game, as they say, in a box. You basically have all the cast of characters, Gandalf and Frodo and the whole crew, Legolas and Aragorn and all this stuff. And basically, it's some consider it a war game. In fact, Board Game Geek considers it a war game as well, the best war game ever made. I won't argue, but I don't consider it a war game. So it's a kind of a dudes on a map thing. You're basically going out, you're trying to conquer areas. The Shadow armies, their main thing is they're going out and they're trying to just destroy, take over as much of the land as they can. At the same time, corrupting Frodo, trying to get him to use the ring and not make it to Mount Doom. I'm telling all these Lord of the Rings stuff. If you don't know Lord of the Rings, this is going to be so confusing. But the good guys, they have some choices. They also can control areas, but that's probably not the way they're going to win the game. They're actually going to hole up and defend and try to hold their position while Frodo sneaks his way and drops the ring in Mount Doom before he's corrupted or before the Shadow armies take over. It's got multi-use cards. It's got dice. Use dice to drive your actions. So many cool things going on. This is another one that's a bear to teach. But this, in my opinion, is one of the most rewarding games you could ever play. Because if you're a fan of Lord of the Rings series, I always describe it as you're writing your own story. Basically, you're given a blank book that says Lord of the Rings on it, and you can decide how it's going to play, what people are going to go where, what's going to happen, what epic battles are going to occur. You're all deciding that as you play the game, and at the end, you have a story to tell at the end. It's amazing.
True. Talk about asymmetrical play. I mean, the goals are completely different. The way you go about the goals are completely different, and it's fun for us too because I tend not to be as aggressive in attacks, so I tend to play the good guys, and they're more political and moving around and stuff. Yes, the lights. The good, fair peoples of Middle Earth, and you evil types that are attacky go around and just invade everything. And it's really neat because we play completely different styles in this game, and it's just a 2-player game, and it's so epic. Oh, good one. Good pick. Good pick. My number one is one of my top games of all time, too. And it's incredibly heavy. And this one is in space instead of in fantasy. It is Gaia Project. This one is a very Euro version of all of the stuff we've been talking about before, because this one's mostly about, yeah, sure, we're exploring planets and building federations, but it's all about that tech track. Oh, it's a logic puzzle, and it's so beautiful because the main board, well, you got kind of a couple boards going on here. You've got the tech tree board, you've got your space that you're exploring, and all of your stuff that you're working on to try to work up the tech tree, because they give you different specialties and advances and scientific this and that and whatever. But it's a tight game, so you're not going to be able to go up all of the ladders. Of course, you're going to need to pick and choose and be strategic about that. Meanwhile, you want to expand well enough to get these federations and different things and build up these engines and get victory points from all of this, so it all plays really well and smoothly together. But what always just gets me the best, my favorite part of it, is actually playing around with the tech tree and trying to make that work to your advantage, because which combination is going to work best with what you have? Every faction is asymmetrical again, so some races do better on different types of planets, so some of them are really easy and cheap basically to terraform and live on, versus maybe the neighboring planet is the exact opposite, where his setup is going to be entirely different. That plays into it as well, because with your special race abilities and whatnot, it might be easier for you to move up certain tracks where it's not as advantageous for me to do so. So there's every time you play, it's going to be completely different, you know, depending on how you play different races and what pops up. Love it. Love it if you like just a heavy, you know, almost a cube pushy kind of style Euro game, but in space. This is your winner.
Yeah, I like this one. This has one of my favorite things in the game. I love going for objectives and achievements, and this one has just all kinds. It has round achievements and in-game achievements, and going up to get the top of tech tree achievements. It's got all kinds of fun things going on. It's a really good one. I like that one.
That's fun.
There you go.
10. More than 10.
19.
Very heavy games.
So what are your favorite heavy games, and what do you consider heavy games? Maybe your games are even heavier than the ones we're playing, or maybe you consider somewhat lighter games heavy games. To each their own. It's all great.
They're all wonderful.
So we'll see you soon. Bye.
Hello everyone. So recently me and Dave Loser went through our top games of 2020. So I thought, why not jump back a year and go through my top games from 2019. So I'm going to jump into Board Game Geek to have a look and show some pictures. So let's have a look at that with my number 5, which is Silver and Gold. It's a small game that's mostly based on cards and Tetris style shapes. So if I jump into some pictures, basically you are going to be turning over during the round 7 of the 8 Tetris style shapes. So they range from the, the T's shapes, the L shapes, straights and stuff like that, and you're going to be using those to fill in with a wipeable marker onto your island cards. You're literally drawing on these cards to fill in the shapes of these islands. Now, if you can't use a shape, you can always use that card that's been turned over as a single X, so you can just cross off one rather than crossing off the block or the shape on the island. There's some bonuses to trigger, so some of these ones, let's see if there's a better picture. So as you can see, some of the ones have little X's on, and if you cover that, then you get to put an X somewhere. And if you cover a coin, you're also going to get something. Whoever gets like coins quickly, they're going to get points for the trophies for coins. And it's easy to get to the table, and there's choices along the way, which I think works really nicely. It's another game that Phil Walker Harding has done very nicely, and the fact you draw on the cards is just so unique, so different. I've not seen that in realistically anything else. So that was my number 5. My number 4 is Point Salad. So this is a game which is, it takes the names of what we refer to as some games of a point salad, where you get points for everything, and kind of takes the mickey out of that a little bit. On your turn, you're given a choice. You're either going to take a point scoring card, in terms of it will tell you need to collect, say, 2 carrots, and for every 2 carrots you'll get so many points, or it will just say, for every pepper you get 4 points, but every lettuce you have, you lose a point. The other option on the turn is to take vegetable cards. So there's a really interesting choice throughout the game of, I want to take vegetables because I need them to score points, but I also want to take actual let's just have a look at some of these cards. I need to take some of these point scoring cards, otherwise I won't score points, but I need to take vegetables to score them. So there's a real interesting balance of when do I take what, and then sometimes you take a few different cards, and then it's like, okay, I now need to not take any of those peppers because I've taken like 3 point scoring cards that all say I lose points for peppers. I'm not sure what that those ones are. This is the awkwardness of BGG, but you get these lovely good cards. They're nice bright colours, and it's that logic of when to take things that I think is really, really good. So that's Point Salad. My number 3, now this is an interesting one. Now I'm going to say my favourite one is probably DC. So this is the Funkoverse strategy game. So you could get whatever sets you wanted. My favourite is probably the DC one, although I very much enjoy the Rick and Morty one because it's Rick and Morty, and they're a funny duo. Now I'd say you have to, almost, if you're going to get into it, get a 4-pack. Don't get one of the packs that are only 2, because you're really limiting yourself. When you've got 4 characters, not only do you have 2 sides of the board to play on, as with the 2 pops, you have 4 people to draft. So it's not always that one person versus one person. You've got 2 on each side, so you've got loads of more combinations. You're going to want more though. You're going to want it so you can have a 3-on-3 pop fest. So you could have Voldemort and Harry Potter on the same team with Rick, and then you could have them versus Harley Quinn. You could have the Dual Shark, and the combinations get crazy. The gameplay in this is really simple in terms of, it's all about getting into the position and chucking some dice and hoping to get the right hits. So very luck based on that. But there are objectives to go for, and I really enjoy the cooldown tracker. So the cooldown tracker on that, on them, for instance, Voldemort, one of most people's favourites, has a spell that when he uses it uses loads of dice, so you're almost certainly going to do the damage, but it goes on like the 3 or the 4 of the track, and that means when you use that, you're not going to see that token back for a while, which is there it is. It's Fiend Fire, range of 2 and a challenge of 6, so you're rolling 6 dice, and that's really strong, but you're then putting that token on 4. That means you've got to wait 4 turns to get that back, unless you get a character that can manipulate that track, and that's where sort of the combos come in, and it really gets fun to draft heroes. So that was Funkoverse, my number 3. My number 2 game, and probably my favourite Azul of the bunch, is Azul Summer Pavilion. Now, I still really like the original. I think the second one, was it Stained Glass of Sintra? That was a really good one, but I feel it's hardest to get to the table. I think it's a very gamery version, and I think Summer Pavilion is kind of gamery as well. I think it's maybe a little bit more forgiving than the original Azul, though, which, you know, some people might not like, but I think in this one, because you can save up to 4 tiles between rounds, and at some point some are wild, I mean they're glorious chunky tiles, it means you're much less likely to lose huge amounts of points, whereas in the original one you could really screw people over to make them take the wrong colour tiles that they couldn't use. So I think it's a little bit more forgiving. I like the tiles are still nice, plastic and chunky. And do you need this one if you've got the original? Now, I've got all 3 and I'm happy to keep them in the collection. This is probably the one I will be going to, even with new players. But the original Azul, looks like maybe a shot from S in there or something. The original Azul is still good. They're close enough though that you probably don't need both. They've both got that central mechanic of drawing the tiles, in terms of you take all of the tiles of one colour off of one of the tiles in the middle, and the rest slide to the middle, and then that's it. Also, you can pick from the middle all of the same colour. There is the slight twist of you take a wild tile with that as well now. I don't think it's enough of a twist. It's enough of a twist to make it interesting, but it's not enough of a twist to make this vastly different. Now, yes, you're putting them, as you can see, on a slightly different board than the original. They're different shapes and stuff. You're not sliding them across in the same way, but it's got the same central vibe there of how you get the tiles. So I think it's close enough, but still a very great game that I would highly recommend anyone trying if you've not played it. And if you've not played an Azul, a great point to jump into the trilogy of them, to be honest. My number 1 is Clank Legacy Acquisitions Incorporated. Now, I have and I still don't, now I've played the Legacy experience, I still really have no understanding of the Acquisitions Incorporated franchise. To me, they are interesting. And, you know, the characters that were sort of introduced in the storyline, it made it very entertaining, but I have no real knowledge of any of them. That's not the right board for one. Let's try and click through these until we get a good picture of the... Oh, someone's painted some of the miniatures there. They're not spoilers. These are the ones you get at the very start of the game. I can't find a good picture. That's always a good start. The problem with this is you don't want to see too much. We'll leave it there. You don't want to see too much more of the board. So the way this one works is it takes everything from Clank. It takes all that excitement of building your deck up within a game, and then, you know, slowly being able to move further around the map, interact, defeat bigger monsters, getting more, and then slowly building up that and running in, grabbing some cool stuff, and then hopefully getting out. Now, it has all that, but it's a much slower paced game, because a lot of the time, even though it's competitive, we ended up working a little cooperatively in terms of, like, okay, I could end the game now. Like, I've got more points than you. I could end the game now, and, you know, for the legacy component, that would be good for me. But I want you to get to that location so we can read that passage from the book. And there was definitely, for most of the game, there was that back and forth. You know, you can't see it there really on that board, but stickers are going to get added. You know, and that's how your board ends up completely different to anyone else's. You could continue playing, we haven't, but we played, you know, the good 10 full games, probably around 2 hours each you want to sort of put aside for this. It's got all that awesome deck building that Base Clank had, and a whole load of stickers and ways to tweak your deck, because your deck does reset each time, but it can reset to obviously something slightly different. So in the first game everyone's almost the same. By the end there are a few differences in your starting deck, but not enough that anyone's ever out of the running. It was really close for us when we were playing the Legacy experience, but mostly it was the fact that we were so invested in that Legacy aspect that even if it's competitive, we were like, no, I'm gonna not do this because I don't want to trigger the end of the game. I don't want to trigger the end of whatever. I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to just almost do something else that's not benefiting me, just so you can get there and do that. And I think that showed that it was a really good experience. So it's an experience that might not be for everyone because of that. If you are the sort of person that will just want to run in, win, and get out, then it's probably not for you, because I think you'll miss a lot of the interesting, fun content, because you'll be zipping in and out before, you know, someone's had a chance to get all the way to the bottom of the dungeon and read that cool passage that might be cool for you as well, and probably will be. But there you go. That's my number one game from 2019, Clank Legacy. Now I have a couple of honourable mentions. First of all, it's older than 2019, but the new version came out of Love Letter. So it originally came out in 2012, and then they released the 2019 packaging, which for some reason I cannot find the English version of. But basically it looks like this. It comes in a slightly different packet, and then it has all of the original cards, and it has a couple of more. So it has like the Spy, I can't remember, I think maybe the Chancellor's the other new one, but absolutely loved Love Letter. It would be probably my number one game from 2019 if it wasn't based on an older game, because this deck of 21 cards, maybe 25, that sort of ballpark, those 25 cards can keep a group of people thoroughly entertained for an entire evening as you try and play these cards to guess what they've got. You're trying to get them out, and if everyone gets through, it's whoever's got the highest. So it's like, do I risk holding on to the princess? You can't play it, but you can. There are ways to get it out of your hand, or if you think someone else has got it, you can get them to play it, and that gets them eliminated. There is player elimination, so it's not going to be for everyone, but the rounds are so quick. When you're eliminated, if it's a 2-player game, the round's over. If it's a 4-player game, well, maybe you're waiting a minute or two, and it's entertaining to watch everyone else sort of squirm, and you can be like, oh, show me what you've got. Oh, you've got that. Okay, you don't tell anyone else what they've got, but you can enjoy them bluffing to everyone else. So Love Letter, really enjoy that one. The other one was Anniversary Edition. So again, it's kind of not a new one, but it kind of is, and that was for Big City Jumbo Edition. So Mercury Games have done a couple of these jumbo ones, and I mean, oh, that's a render there, I think. That's not, it's got these absolutely chunky, and they're a decent size buildings and stuff that you put down. It's got some interesting sort of mechanic of, like, you can't build most building types until a certain event has been triggered, and no one's going to trigger that in the first round because it's worth no points, but by like the third or fourth round it's worth 3 or 4 points, up to I think it's the maximum of 5. So by then everyone starts to go, actually that's a lot of points, I want to trigger it, and then all of a sudden you can then start spending your cards to put other building types down. It's not just the standard like housing or like office buildings, all of a sudden you can, once that city hall is down, you can start putting the trams down. You can start putting what else is there? There's like factories. I think that's a comparison there of like the new and the old cards. Look at that. I mean, it looks lovely. I mean, you've got there you have it. You've got parks, you've got banks, you've got police stations, you've got churches. Those sort of buildings, they can only go down after a certain point when that city hall has been built. I've got the expansion. I'm itching to play the expansion. I'm not sure if that part is in stock anymore, but the base jumbo expansion was edition is of Big City. It's not cheap, and I think that's really hampered the game, despite the price being worth it for the chunky buildings. I think if the game was half the price, with like just less durable plastic chunky buildings, it would have sold so much better, because it's a brilliant game and the price point just means maybe not enough people can try it. But yeah, I think it looks lovely. You really sort of try and zoom in like Google Earth and, like, you know, look down the streets, especially where the parks are. I think they look stunning. They really do. So there you have it. That was my top 5 games and 2 honourable mentions from 2019. Like I said, I did a top 5 games of 2020 with Dave Loser. That's over on my YouTube channel. There's other Dice Tower contributor top 5s there as well. There's also one with Melissa McCack. I've also recorded one with Dan Hughes. So there's a few up on the channel, so make sure you check those out. That's East Gaming UK. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your summer spectacular, and I'm Oliver East signing out.